weren't you recording all? Damn it, Kiri! Why weren't you recording all that? Now I have to start over.
No, you better not.
Recording.
Okay. End recording.
How about
This time
no?
on Ringwald Ball Z, harassing Wheel Girl.
Harassing. No. We already did that.
Hippo,
This time on Ringwald Ball Z,
we shoved
talk
Lana in Diplo's mouth.
we talk about Eclipse Phase
Two
and
assholes
the
out in
setting.
one.
And about how the apocalypse happened 10 years ago, and the Lost Generation, which appeared 7 years ago, and I could go on for hours about this thing. Let's move on. I'll probably do an entire coverage of it if or when we play Eclipse Phase. I don't know what I'll run eventually. Anyways, you guys are heading east. Kiri, you're heading west.
I'm heading west through Drakeland?
You got
You
You're heading
got
northwest.
Don't you mean
kidnapped.
east? Or northeast?
No, they have to go around the lake.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're east of the lake, so they have to go around it.
Alright.
You know, it's not the worst thing in the world, Kiri. You're just getting kidnapped.
and might get a metal dick out of this situation.
That'd be the best case
Kinky?
scenario. If not captured.
Yay! Look at Kiri with his
If not rescued.
metal penis.
Look at that positivity. Also, this is going to get flagged on YouTube. If YouTube even allows it.
I mean,
Demonetization.
I can just upload some like Futanari images or something. We want to just
You
get it
upload that,
demonetized right
I'm
off the
basically
bat.
be banned from Twitch.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Kiri, here's your temporary character for the group. His name is Dan Aykroyd.
What? Why are we dragging Dan Aykroyd into this?
This is a joke based on the fact that this is a stormtrooper that I used in a Star Wars game, but it's for your generic bodyguards. And his name was Dan Aykroyd because that's what the group decided to name the stormtrooper that survived 3 lightsaber swings.
Okay.
Dan was a
That's the
very
character
lucky
I'm
stormtrooper.
temporarily playing as? Okay.
His stats are basically the bodyguard stats. So you're not going to be the most useful, but you know, Kiri, what they say. At the end of the day, the dead man cometh.
Mhm.
That was the Iceman.
I mean, he has a longsword that deals decent damage.
And I'm going
It's
to
something.
give him throwing knives. Yeah, he can throw knives at people.
Okay.
Throw knives at people. Yes. So, you're temporarily Dan Aykroyd.
Does Dan Aykroyd have any armor?
Dan Aykroyd, in fact, has
Plot
the
armor?
best armor. You know, no. God, no. He wishes he had that. He has heavy leather armor.
Hey, that's pretty decent. I mean, it's better than me.
Okay.
And we'll give him 45 HP.
Survivability at least.
What?
So at least he survives.
I mean, I imagine it's more like the pool of all of the allied units,
Mhm.
but yeah.
It basically represents their commander. If he falls, then the rest of them kind of easily get picked off. It's their ability to push him on. Go, Dan! Go fight! Ah! Why am I in charge?
We better not torture him.
Wheel girl. Wheel girl. Of course you're going to torture him eventually. That's part of the fun.
It's okay. I have leadership. I
have-
can spur him on.
You have issues. Very, very bad issues.
I don't know what you're talking about, Wheel girl.
Like-
Wheel girl, you're acting like I have anger issues or something. Oh, like
More
you guys are...
like more like sanity issues more than anger.
Wheel girl. Wheel girl. That sounds to me like you want to fight a wyvern.
No, I don't. You sick bastard.
I like that can-do spirit, Wheel girl. As the group of you are going through the woods, you can all make perception hearing.
I hear actually pretty decently. I mean, still only
Well, let's see what the wyvern
12,
rolls
but
before it dive bombs and eats Kiri.
I mean, bodyguard does nice.
I mean, I got doubles, which I don't think actually helps anything, but I got doubles.
I mean, it does give you 3 stunt points, which does basically nothing, but you know, you can increase that to a +1, so it's now a 13.
Yay, I'm slightly less useless.
And Kiri got a 16, and Wheel Girl got a 15, and
So-
Ty got a 12. Hey, so you got one better than Ty. And it got a 19, which nobody beats.
We could not.
What does that mean?
If I had a 6 in there, we
Roar!
might be fighting the wyvern.
I don't know what you're talking about. Roar! Just swallows and
Guys, there's
carries
a
a
wyvern.
Wheel Girl in its mouth.
Hide.
I mean, technically, it's guys. There's a wyvern as it jumps and attacks one of you. I'm gonna roll a die. Who's it eating? I'm gonna make it a GM roll so you guys don't know. Everybody, call a
1 through
number.
what? Oh yeah, 1 through. All right.
1d4. There's 4
3.
of you. No, call. Three.
4.
4.
2.
Okay. Vanessa gets pinned by the wyvern.
What?
Vanessa,
Verena?
it's making friends with you.
Verena, you monkey.
Verena, it's making friends with you.
Will you stop doing that? That's getting annoying saying that the enemy friends with.
Oh, hey, look, you got a 15. Glop. That hits.
Ow.
Don't worry, you're fine. Just look at your face.
How much
I mean-
do I lose?
Well, as it leaps on you,
Just your face.
yeah, just some of your face. Make sure your HP bars on your tokens are at full.
It was at. It is. At
I'm just
full
making
now.
sure. Yeah. So yeah, you take 9
Ow.
damage from that. 9 whole damage as it lunges for that juicy human face.
My character's a dwarf, you dumbass.
I like how Wilco's insulting the GM.
That's a smart thing to
do. That's the go-to.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it's but still, you got it wrong.
Rule 1, Wheel Girl. Never taunt the GM.
The power has gone to my head. I'm mad with power. Burn the
DMs
orphanage.
are literally God.
Eat the children.
And roll for initiative.
Well, actually, no. It's just going to go first.
Well, yes, but we also need our initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, triple threes.
Hey, wow! Look at those rolls.
Too
Look
bad
at the
they're not helpful.
look at the wyverns 22.
God
Well,
damn!
good thing it was going first anyway.
Wait a second. I'll
Get
be right
this
back.
thing off of me!
No.
Jerks!
Hello.
Hello?
That said, I'm guessing that Winter's Grasp won't be that
Okay,
useful
bye.
against this wyvern. Hmm.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello. I is
Hello?
back. I see is dead peoples.
There's no dead people yet.
I mean, I see is dead peoples. Victor gets a 16. Nice roll, Victor. Fiore gets the elusive 11.
That's not that elusive.
Health also gets an 11. We're going to give Fiore advantage over health. Verena gets the elusive 10. Oh, wait, no, that's another 11.
You misread it. Oh, so I go third. Okay.
3 11s.
Yay! I'm impressed.
Okay.
We're nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, it's
Which
knocked
means
Wheel
that
Girl
we'll
prone.
probably have people falling over a lot while I run around trying to get them up.
It's less prone and more. It's on top of me. Get it off.
Aw. So, you know which, just note you are prone. It
Well,
spent
yeah.
it spent its one stun point to knock you prone. Rawr.
By the way you described it, it sounded like it was already on top of me.
Well, yeah, I know, but it also got a stun to knock you prone technically. So it both mechanically knocked you prone and narratively knocked you prone. It doubled down on the knocking you prone.
Yeah. Help!
Okay. That was the surprise. So now that it's got something to chew on, it's going to chew on Wheel Girl.
Not if I whack it in the face and make it can't chew.
And it just rolls amazingly well.
Do I roll any?
You
What
don't
do I
roll
do?
anything to defend, Wheel Girl. Let's see your defense. Okay. Yay, Wheel Girl. He missed you by 1. Wait, no, you're prone. So actually, he still hits.
You're prone and grappled.
Yeah, he's pulling you. He's gonna pull. Actually, no, he can't pull you away, but he can pull. He can pull you over there. So he's yanking you away from the group.
Ah!
Okay, and it does. Oh, hey! Almost max damage. 1 away.
I'm okay.
Yeah, you
This
you
seems
do.
fine. Everything's fine.
So I go down another 9.
No, you go down 13.
God dang.
Now, Oh, don't worry, you're fine. It's only chewing on you a bit. You got a mage here to help.
Yeah, but now I'm far away from that mage, and with a
You're
creature
only
on
a
top of me.
square away.
You do realize that spells are frequently at a range. And I'm like 4 feet from you.
2 meters. Victor, it's your turn. Believe in you, Victor.
Actually, heal is touch range, but still.
Don't tell her that. That'll make it so she doesn't want to get health anymore. Okay, that will hit Victor.
No, see, she wouldn't mind that much because reasons.
Okay. Victor scratches at this thing with his deadly dagger. Deadly.
Deadly scratches? Like
Deadly scratches.
barely scratches kind of situation?
Okay, you put the slash in the wrong place, Victor.
And you forgot to slash in the second attempt.
Don't worry, he'll get it eventually. I believe in him. There we go. You get in behind one of its knees, doing a vicious cut through the scales, and it snaps and snarls, but doesn't let go of its prey, obviously thinking food is more important.
Help.
Verena, hi, food.
Thanks for the confidence, V.
Well, I mean, it's more just the statement. Like, it's,
All you have to do is just
you are
swing
right
your
now.
sword. You're probably going to hit it. Or mace, whatever your weapon was again.
I'm going to do the battle axe since it's the best way to handle this.
She's an axe person. She's an axe dwarf, not a hammer dwarf.
She enjoys
Ah.
asking questions.
I can't get up with this thing on top of me, so I'm just going to whack.
Strike it in its meaty bonus damage bits.
As you try and swing with your axe, you can't get the leverage needed, and it basically snaps at you. So you flail and fail to hit.
Fucking hell.
Okay. And now it's Fiore's turn. Fiore!
Well, time for the usual job.
No, Fiore, abandon her. She's long gone.
You shut up. You're starting to make me not
Uh,
like you.
I think she heals for...
Dragon
14
die
for that?
times 3 plus your cunning, isn't it? Or is it your cunning times 3?
It's Dragon Die times 3 plus Cunning, and I think plus Focus for Master.
Yep. So that means you heal her.
For 14.
Yep.
14?
Yep. 14, Vanessa.
It's Verena.
I'm not doing that intentionally. I'm going to be honest.
And then I turn and hurl a bolt of light.
Who are you throwing the lightning at? Kiri? Oh. That hits.
2 stunt points doesn't do much, right?
I mean, it lets you pierce armor or
I'd
get an
recommend the
extra
pierce
d6
armor.
damage.
Oh, I'll pierce armor.
Okay, that's going to actually do some decent damage to this thing.
Right in its eye holes.
Right in its mouth hole as you shoot the lance down its gullet, and you're like, oh, well, I probably hurt something on the inside.
Tasty.
Now, the only question is, can it taste magic? And what flavor is it?
Color. It tastes purple.
Dan Aykroyd, go.
All right. 1,
Hero that we deserve, but not the one we
3,
need.
4, 5.
What are you talking about? He's perfectly
6.
useful.
Are you
No,
trying to run
just trying
away?
Get a flanking. 10, 13.
Good old flanking position.
As you try and swing it, your blade gets caught in the heavy scales on its back and the spines jutting from it as it snaps and tries to eat Verena. Your sword having not gotten deep enough past those thick layers of armor.
All right. Yep.
You miss. Oh yeah, it always generates 1 stunt point for skirmishing. So it can always just drag somebody off. Every turn it can just move somebody 1 square. Okay, it's gonna bite again. Oh hey, that time it hit. Oh hey, it generated 5 stunt points on poor Ver. What is this?
The
You want me
death
dead?
dwarves.
I'm not even trying, Wheel Girl. I want you to.
How much damage do I take?
Okay, well, it's going to inject venom and rake you. So first up, it's going to drag you here, so you're closer to your friend.
But I'm still being held.
Yeah, it's got you in its mouth and it's shaking you like a cat.
Ah, dear Lord. Ah,
Okay, roll me a d6.
oh dear.
Slash R. Not R slash. Okay. Okay. Guys, you have that many hours plus 2. So 6 hours.
What?
Verena, you'll be fine. As long as they can get the right herbal medicines, you'll live.
Oh.
Luckily, there's a master healer with a healing kit.
As long as she can make the check to find the right herbs, you won't die in 6 hours. Yeah. It's just rolling really well, which is kind of bad. On the plus side, it also gets to claw at you. So, I mean, the good news is it's not
Fatal?
Yeah. Okay, that. Dear God, why am I just hitting all the time? I mean, I know why I'm hitting with the claws. At least the claws hit like a
Because
tank.
they almost can't miss.
Okay, so the claws, the bite. Okay, so that's 15 total damage to you, Verena. No. Yeah, this thing, it would be much worse if it had gotten the ambush off in the first round, because then it could have done the venom right off the bat, and the venom's bad. The venom's bad. But hey, Verena, it's focusing on you. You're tanking like you should be. Victor, it's your turn. It's clawing at Verena with its front legs, trying to rip through the armor like it's a hard shell, biting into her upper body.
I'm
clawing.
poisoned here.
Yeah, you see one of its thick fangs extend like a viper's into her body. Oh, and you can see clear liquid bubbling up from the wound.
Well, I have to backstab it again, hoping she drops her. So here we go.
Hey, you get a stunt point, so you can pierce.
Piercing is free, so yeah, one sword for Pierce.
Pierce him in the rear. Roll that damage. Yay! Shank it in the butt. Slash RD. There we go. The dagger's happy about this. It's enjoying this blood. Yummy, yummy blood. Amber's dagger's just going. You see it cut into the thing, and then the blood's gone because the dagger just sucks it up like sweet, sweet nectar. Verena, it's your turn. The lizard cat is currently still trying to.
I'll whack it. Try whacking it round two because it's the best I can do now, being poisoned and still having to deal with it being on top of me.
That hits. You've hit the creature when you whack it with legs. You get the big swing back as it's rearing up to throw you into the air, and then you bring your axe into its face. Roll damage. Brave Verena. You hack into it and you make it kind of yelp in pain. As much as a creature that can yelp when it's holding something in its mouth. Whoa! Whoa! That's basically the sound it makes.
So basically, damage it, but it still doesn't like a. God damn!
I mean, you can stand up from prone if you want.
I thought it was still in its mouth, so I couldn't do that.
Stand up.
Okay, I try and stand up.
Yeah, you're standing up. You've got a better leverage, so you got better control over yourself. You're still technically near it, and it's melee. It's just going to try and knock you prone again next turn, is what I'm saying.
I don't know, because...
Standing up is a good choice, because it means it has to use stunt points to knock you back down, rather than using its stunt points to claw you.
Yeah, well, I'm weak standing up due to being poisoned at this moment and slowly dying.
I mean, slowly is not the word I would use.
Okay.
You're fine.
Fine. How? Okay, you say 6 hours is quick?
I mean, by D&D standards and other things standards, like, kinda, like, for some reason, poisons, like snake poisons, take days in, like, fantasy literature. Like, for some reason, every poison everybody uses is either immediately fatal or long-term and small doses, or it's long-term but immediately fatal, and unless you know about it beforehand, you're just going to die once the timer clicks down.
Dang. Okay.
Like, if we're talking about fantasy literature, like, that's how poisons work for some reason. It's either a time bomb, slowly kills you, or just instantly kills you. Yeah. Fiore,
Or both
it's your
slowly
turn.
and instantly kills you by draining your stats.
Yeah. I mean, luckily in this game, negative stats don't kill you.
Don't instantly kill you.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Fiore? It's angry. And
Angry, and I'm done.
angry and hungry for dwarf.
Well, that was kind of crappy healing. But there's 7 HP.
Well, that's a mixture of that's neutral help because yeah, I get more points to survive now, but I'm still poisoned.
Okay, we get it. You're poisoned. You don't need to bring it up every time.
Fair, okay.
You don't need to complain about poison. Poisoning happens. Also, yeah, that's half the damage she took last round. That's good.
The important thing is you're not dead yet. If you're not dead yet, we can still do something.
Yes, it's true. Is there
You're
anything
almost
else? Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Fiori?
I mean, I don't think I can do anything else notable.
Okay. Dan Aykroyd, it's your
Swing
turn.
my sword ineffectually.
Does it?
Yes,
in
it's a
effect? No,
hit.
it's a hit. No stun points, though. Otherwise, that would have been amazing with that 6 on the stun points. Ineffectual!
Oddly enough, it seems when I say that I'm
Ineffectual!
gonna swing ineffectually, I seem to hit. So 9 before damage,
Yes.
before armor.
Oh. Yeah. Well, the thing that just whacked it on the nose. So obviously, it needs to change targets on its food source.
Okay, now it's looking at me.
Now it's looking at Dan. No, Dan will be the lone survivor of this somehow. No, it's looking at the next biggest thing, like the meat. Maybe it thinks that Victor is Verena's mother because it's an animal.
Victor? Victor is Verena's mother?
In its mind, maybe.
Well, its nose did just get smacked, so...
Look, I just booped
Yeah,
that on the
it's gonna
snoot.
move itself here. Yeah, it bites on Victor. Look, it's got, yeah, and it does 15 damage before armor.
12.
Yeah, 12 damage to Victor. Victor, it just chomps onto you like clump, and then
These
scuttles
are big
away.
numbers, but everyone's still kind of fine, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, basically, you're all getting bitten. The big thing to worry about is the poison, because yeah, you guys are on the time limit for that. Because
Yeah, time limit as long as
yeah, I mean, she has a lot of yeah. Well, the thing is, she has a lot of time to basically make and get the potion. You know, because exploration. As long as somebody can make the checks, you guys have 6 checks worth to make it. You know, because 1 per hour. Unless, of course, something bad happens and you all need to heal after this. Because then that would cut it down to 5 hours or even 4.
If
But I
something bad
mean,
happens and we need to heal, I also have my healing spell that can be cast like every 10 seconds or whatever.
yeah, and your regeneration spell.
Mm-hmm.
Rejuvenate! Yeah, so it's just chomping on people. It's Victor's turn again. It's chomping on you, Victor, on your meaty bicep.
Step in the nose.
Stab it in the newts. No, don't stab it in the snoot. Everyone's aiming for its snoot.
I mean, I aimed for its eye and ended up shooting it down its mouth, so, like...
I mean, its eyes are kind of small.
Magic now.
That hit. Victor. Oh, nice. Victor did damage.
Obviously, I can't backstab it because, well, I haven't messed it up. Well, he backed me now, so.
Roar.
I think it's less actively backstabbing so much as just stabbing.
Hit the glowing weak spot for massive damage.
Yeah.
Because
Hit the glowing mouth pot for massive damage. Aim for the butthole, which glows. I just kind of want there to be a boss fight where they acknowledge, like, it's the glowing weak spots. One of them's its
Right up Main
butt.
Street.
Well, shoot the butt for massive damage.
It's the unspoken rule of Dark Souls. Aim for its anus. If it doesn't have one, make one.
It's Verena's turn now.
I mean, I can move into position to do that.
Try and whack it with a battle axe. This point,
Verena goes to swing her axe down, and she gets caught in those spines along its back, stopping the blow short of actually making real immediate contact. The defensive spines on her highly effective, it seems.
Now there's a lesson to be learned here, and stupidity is
Goddamn defensive armor.
It's just got an okay defense, is all. It's not an amazing defense, but it's a good enough defense that a 11 is not going to hit.
Yeah, I already got an idea of what I already know what we need to hit at bare minimum.
Fiore, it's your turn. I believe in you. I believe in the power of love.
Well, I've used my one healing on Verena, so...
You're now going to use your other one healing on Victor.
Well, I'm going to use Victor's one. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 healing.
Yay, Victor heals 8 as she basically runs over. I like to imagine that you're basically garroting somebody, but with bandages.
No, it's like that picture. I'm just running up and pulling rebar out of their side. There's just like a sudden giant tooth just right out of his stomach.
I mean, to be fair, there are teeth in Victor's body. It's kind of like a shark. They break off. Look, Victor's got a tooth in his gut. Verena has several tooths. Okay, that hits.
And it's taking icy damage.
Yeah, you're making it cold, baby.
It takes 2 damage.
Is it penetrating damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunter's Grasp.
Okay, I was just gonna make sure because otherwise it didn't do anything. Yeah, so baby, it's cold outside.
And then it has its Constitution check, but I have a strong feeling it's gonna just resist that.
I'm gonna roll that in secret so you don't know.
I mean, I'll know because the spell
Nice.
goes away if he fails.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rolling the hidden rolls.
Yeah, you see the magic as it's getting chilly. As it roars, it's a big lizard and it's hungry and now it's cold. You've made the
Which means
lizard
it'll be
cold and
hungrier 'cause it
hungry.
needs
How
to eat
could
to
you?
warm up.
So the cold energy is still swirling around it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's what happens when you roll triple ones.
Yeah, that does happen.
Alright. Move here.
Dan
If it was
Aykroyd,
a mage,
go.
it would have a magical
Boop the
mishap.
snoot.
Well, you're booping its butthole, actually.
13.
That's
Yeah.
Mies. I like how you need a 10 to hit, so you have a like 55%, 60% chance.
It's what the opposite.
But so far,
I'm getting at a third of the time.
yeah. Yep. So you fail to boop its tail or its butthole. Its powerful anus contracts and catches the sword. What? No! And then everything gets weird. Victor, it's just gonna Hey! I don't know if that hits or not. It probably misses, actually. Wait, no, that actually does hit Victor.
So wait, he has a 12?
No, sorry, no, Victor's a 13. I thought Victor had a 12 still.
Yeah, I'm the one with a
Yeah.
12 still because I am made of squish.
Well, it did not hit, and it's going to just 5-foot step. Because it can always do that, so might as well. And it's going to also 5-foot
Yeah.
step Victor. It's just dragging Victor along, and it's all by his arm. Ah!
He's just kind of casually walking along beside.
No, it's got its mouth around Victor. It's kind of mouthing on him because it's not got any teeth in that section of its mouth, so it's trying to bite him, but it's only with gum because the new teeth haven't grown back in yet. So it's just like, ew, ew. It's really weird because it's not warm, but it's not cold, and it's
Just think.
muscly.
You're safe for about 20 more seconds from the teeth, Victor.
Oh, and it also needs to make its winter's grasp check, doesn't it?
I think, yeah, on the start of its turn.
Oh, that's failed too. By 1.
3 more piercing damage.
Yeah, and now it's Victor's turn as Victor gets mouthed on.
Try to run.
Victor's running away! Oh, I know, Victor's just moving over.
Bravely ran away, away, oh, braves for Victor.
Victor hits as he tries the flambarge. See, this is the thing. Victor keeps not getting any stunt points, which is just the worst to have happen. No, never mind. That's the
damage.
worst that can happen. Low damage. Drives the blade in hard to its scales. And
For minimum damage.
literal minimum damage. Victor's knife cuts, and it's like, I think I just carved off one of its scales. And you're like, yo.
Hey, that's a good resource. We'll take it back to town. Or use it as part of the potion.
Potion tea. Here, we're gonna have you drink this powdered wyvern scale. We're not exactly sure, but we're hoping it cures you.
If I
mean, it
get
would
worse
be the
because of
weirdest
it, I'm
thing.
gonna smack you. One of my last things I'm gonna be doing is smacking the mage for suggesting that.
Verena, it's your
I
turn.
don't want to know what goes into those potions. Just trust me.
Mushrooms, tallow root, mage urine.
Hey, that last one is a trade secret. Stop that.
That hits. Verena, roll damage as you shoot it with an arrow.
I get lame.
Yeah. You're better with your axe.
Half damage isn't bad.
What do you mean half damage?
She rolled a 3.
Oh no, it's got 4 armor.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, half of her maximum damage for the short
Yeah.
bow isn't bad.
Oh yeah. True.
Could have been a 2 or a 1 and done literally no damage.
I mean, yeah.
Something okay.
Yeah. Your arrow clinks into between its scales and kind of digs in a bit. It's gonna hurt a bit. It's gonna be bothersome, kind of like a porcupine's quills, until somebody removes them, one of its allies.
But it has no allies.
I mean, here. Yeah, you don't know that. Maybe there's a mage inside of it,
maybe we're
living
fighting like a
inside of
Gundam.
this thing. Because it's... Yeah, maybe it's a Gundam, and there's a mage inside that's gonna burst out and be like, "What are you doing to my house?" And then the second round of the fight
strange
starts.
stripper birthday cake.
Or maybe Dan will just decide that the monster is just too marvelous to kill. or something. He's the unknown in this.
He starts
situation.
making out with it. Okay, Fiore, it's your turn. Brenna just puts an arrow into this thing's scales. It's like, roar, roar.
Let's see if I can stem some of the tide of poison or something.
I'll let you do that as a minor. You're able to diagnose how many hours she has, so you now actually have that. I was thinking could have made that as a GM roll, but I decided to let you guys know ahead of time, so you know that. And you're like, "Ooh, yeah, You're gonna need to basically be on the rush because, yeah."
And Verena is being rejuvenated.
Yay!
And her first heal is for 1.
Brenda heals 1.
Yay, that was.
But it lasts for 5 more turns, so you know.
Yeah, so you're just gonna heal all the HP. Okay, and that was Dan's turn. Dan.
Wait, no, it lasts for 6 more rounds.
Yeah, Dan, drive that blade home into the belly of this beast. Be the hero the group needs you to be. Be Neo Kalaesh. Be better than old Kalaesh.
I mean, that's hard as a stormtrooper.
That's kind of why I chose the image. And
still
Kiri's
here.
left us.
Stab it. Stab it with your blaster.
Booping the nose. Oh yeah.
Hey!
Yeah, there you go. You did it.
How many is that one? No, just seeing which one
6
is.
stun
Okay,
points.
I'm definitely gonna do pierce armor. So that then brings me down to 4. So let's see, what is that one? That's okay. That affects 2 targets. Okay, so I can't do that. So then I will do lightning strike. So pierce armor. So here.
Yeah,
Here's
do it. Roll damage.
Come on. So 9 to. And
Oh, well.
attempted second attack. Do I boop it? Do I boop it? No. Wait. No.
No. That was an almost boop. As you go to boop it again in its back leg with your slicing, its tail strikes and knocks the blade asunder. Not destroying it, but knocking it away so you can. So your second swing misses.
Wait,
Yep.
13
It has a
misses?
defense of 14.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Which
That
means,
would generate another stunt. Wait,
Nope.
no, never mind.
yeah.
So
It
that
almost
theoretically
does.
leaves me
Anyways,
with,
it's its turn now.
Got 1 more point.
And
Nope. Can't do anything with just 1 more point. At least use.
I mean, you could
So just
move 1 square.
Do.
Or move it 1 square.
That's 2 points.
Knock it prone.
Is it?
Oh, well, never mind
Yep.
that. I take it back. I'm wrong. I'm clearly quite
Also,
wrong.
it's gonna just bite on Victor more. Nom 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 nom. Oh, hey, there it goes. It noms on Victor for 14 damage. 11 after his armor.
Everything's fine still. Everyone is okay. Except for Anna. She's about to die. Like, she's just got about 6 hours right now.
And it's currently trying to eat Victor because Victor's meteor.
It just wants the dark meat.
By the way, we should probably try and get you away from it, Victor. Like, you know, just saying.
Get away from that mouth,
pass
Victor.
Its, don't forget the check for
I know.
Victor's grasp.
Yeah, it passed this turn.
Okay, so it dissipates.
It generates
it
stun
lasted
points
2
on that.
turns.
Does
it can
nothing.
Generate sub points on a check.
Which
knock
does
it out.
nothing. It's going to.
Its lack of movement speed also goes away. Not that it's moving much.
I mean, to be fair, it's technically constantly doing the 1 square movement because it can do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like,
It's not moving
kinda
enough.
pointless.
It's
It's kinda
exploiting the fact
pointless.
that it always gets 1 stunt point for skirmish, even if it doesn't generate stunt points, which is kind of useful. It's the most obnoxious way to do something. Just constantly 5-foot step away.
Okay, Ty, do things.
We believe in Victor.
Oh,
Can he finish this deadly
Mhm.
beast?
oh
Kill
yeah.
its face.
Question.
Kill its face.
It doesn't
Victor.
really seem
Oh,
that
yeah, I just didn't
bothered.
realize.
Suddenly it starts healing as though someone
Yeah.
put a regeneration spell on it, or a rejuvenation spell on it. Blah. Oh
Yeah.
god! It
Sorry.
swallowed a mage, and the mage is healing it from inside.
How do you know that's the case?
Hey, there we go. Victor can do an extra d6 of damage and pierce armor. Because he's a rogue.
Pierce armor and do extra takes of damage, so
Uh,
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Victor.
I'll never did take her attack of opportunity against that thing.
No, it was
Okay.
moving with skirmish, so it doesn't provoke.
Yeah, 5-foot steps.
Basically, yeah. Okay.
It's like D&D where you can escape by just taking tiny steps away from it.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, yeah. It's now Verena's turn. Verena, it's scuttling off kind of with Victor. You know how it
And
goes.
Victor's not in its face anymore.
It's going to turn around and show you its butt where there's a stab wound and one of Dan's longswords because he's got several of them. Man must carry several longswords. One of Dan's longswords is just stuck in there. It's glowing, actually. It's getting magical powers. Magical venom powers. It's going to become the +1 uranium sword. Because that's what you want. Some radiation right next to your hip.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds
know,
very
it's-
helpful. You
Sorry.
might mutate.
I'm just reminded of the 2nd edition subclass for Rogue, which was basically, could best be summed up as the fact that you got wizard attacking abilities, you got wizard hit
Verena
dice.
heals another one.
Oh god! The game's just like, let's murder Wheel. Verena, your arrow plings off of the scales this time.
And game just wants me to suffer right now.
Yeah, I guess. Fiori, it's your turn. The other thing is, yeah, the Venomist. It was an actual class in 2nd edition. And its entire gimmick was basically, it was a rogue that fought like a wizard, had health like a wizard, but had all the all the poison skills, including the ability to hide poison.
That's interesting.
Basically, because
Okay.
in 2nd edition, how it worked is when you poisoned a weapon, it was immediately obvious, unless you made the check, which becomes really weird when you realize that one of the example poisons is poop. So how do you hide that this sword is covered in poop?
You dilute it with water or
Uh,
something. Anyway, that's more diagnosis on Wheel Girl.
Yeah, that's a minor still, because you're basically just doing stuff that's going to take you time out of combat. Okay, I'll let you use that as part of your 1st hour roll, basically, to help diagnose and cure the patient of the terminally ill.
Let's see. I think with 2, I can actually add a dice to a spell.
Yep. Or
So,
regain back
Victor.
1 mana.
Victor, you regenerate for 10, and you're regenerating for 1d6 for 6 more
Yay.
rounds.
Victor healed 10 HP. Victor's wounds are closing. Healer for the win. And then we cut to Dan. The most acrid of
Okay.
acroids.
Do.
I'm just flipping it around for when it shows you its
Oh,
butt.
I'm preparing a good mighty thrust.
To its side this time. Nope.
Just
That would have been
barely.
a really good one too.
Just
Yeah.
barely too.
Yeah. Yeah, you miss. Your blade goes wide as it basically rears up on its hind leg. And it's going to go grumble, 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 and try and eat
Rolling
Victor.
just below.
Drinking a potion is a minor, right?
Oh, hey, look. I like how it keeps hitting and rolling well, but nothing that gives it stun points. Which is the entire
Yes.
reason why this thing is a high hitter, just so it can generate
Yes,
stun.
we like it.
Let's move
Well,
here.
there goes the 10 damage I just healed Victor for.
Yeah, so it does 15 to Victor.
You still okay over there, Victor?
Well, I mean, he's currently
beyond
kind of
being
being
eaten.
bit by this thing. Like, it's like, "Rawr, rawr, ah."
Not really.
like likely to survive another one of those bad, or you're probably down next round bad.
If I get hit, I probably will survive another one of those. Of course, let's try this kill before we find out.
Yeah. Well, Victor, roll a d6 for your healing. Don't forget that d6 healing, Victor.
Yep.
The most important part of this is the fact that you're currently regenning. Yay!
Hey, I eliminated the last attack, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Once again, let's try and give a good solid remake.
Oh, no. This
Oh.
time it's Ty's turn. It's Ty's
Sorry, it
turn.
was on me second.
Yeah,
Well, we'll count that as a hit still. Yeah. We'll count that as a hit for when it gets to Dan's turn.
Hey, 5 stunt points, too.
And Victor misses. Victor, you're rolling past it and you're trying to slash it and you miss because it basically stomps and you have to roll past one of its stomping clawed feet from digging into your meaty body. Verena, it's your turn. This thing is angry, bloody, and it's not giving up because now it's angry and bloody and it's limping and it needs food.
Also, you regenerate for 2.
Yay! Improvement.
Hey, it's better than 1.
Then then you just fail the skill challenge to heal Verena, so she just dies with the poison anyways.
Stuff happens. You can't save people all the time.
Don't worry, we can raise Verena's corpse as a zombie.
I am pretty sure that I do not have necromancy, and I mean maybe
That hits,
Holly
Verena.
does.
For lame ass.
I mean, you can
I'd add
pierce armor and
2d6
do an
damage.
extra. Verena, do an extra d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, do an extra d6, Verena. Verena's piercing armor with that, so this arrow is going to go deep into this thing's shoulder.
2.
So, yeah,
So you do 5 damage.
yes. Verena's arrow goes deep into its meaty side. She's not an archer. She's got decent accuracy for an archer, but yeah. It's now Dan roll damage. Roll that damage, Dan. Go for that pierce armor plus bonus damage. Go all the way, Dan. Go all the way. Take victory by the heels. And blow it. Suck off victory, Dan.
This is sounding like an entirely different game.
Get on your knees and take that slime girl.
Very different game now.
We've already hit our rating for this episode. Let's be fair. I'm waiting for Kiri to
Okay.
roll damage.
I feel like when I do the healing check, since the healer's kit says that it has potions in it and stuff, like I'm just stuffing a random potion.
Okay, so is it
in there.
actually my turn or is it Ren's turn?
It's my turn.
Technically,
Okay,
we're just
yeah.
doing your turn right now because technically it should alternate between you and Fiore.
Yep, anyway.
So we're just doing
I'll
yours
be
early.
using, obviously, piercing armor. And how many points did I have? 5.
5.
Do the extra
Yeah,
d6 of
extra
damage. That will
D6.
help.
I think Dan's actually being the most damaging person here.
Dan is up in Kalaesh, which is hilarious.
That's
Okay.
some good damage.
Fiore, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I'm a touch of tie.
But not inappropriately.
Nope, just on the hip or something.
No, touch them everywhere. Touch them in dirty places. Make it weird. Yay! He heals. Why is nobody generating stun points except for the NPC?
He heals for 13.
Yay! I think that puts Ty at full.
Wait, it does? Oh. Oh, right. That thing just hits like a truck. Duh.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. It doesn't hit like a truck.
True, it hits like a wyvern. Well, when it hits.
It still hits with that, but yay! 1 stun point. Wow! Yay!
5-foot step.
To be fair, that means it can actually do something really obnoxious. Yay! It does 13 damage to Ty. 5 footsteps here, 5 footsteps here, and then it moves 18 squares away.
It's running. Don't let it get away.
So it moved 20 squares away. So yeah, it's
Wait,
it's yeah,
It
it's
actually
running.
escaped.
Alright, so
It
if
can
it's
run
running, I
very,
get an
very
attack
fast.
opportunity.
No, it was outside of your reach for that.
Let run and just let's heal
All
for
right.
run for now.
Yeah. So Ty, did you take your 13 damage? Also, Ty, everybody else, Victor, Diana, you're all standing there panting, bloody, bleeding, except for Dan, who never got hit, and Fiore, who never got hit. You can hear the creature howling. You can make a cunning check, Fiore, because you're the one that's probably the most well studied of the group, so you're probably the one that would understand things about these creatures.
That's not going to be arcane lore at all, though, right?
Nope. It would be.
Hey, stunt point, though.
But you roll amazing, which is a role playing stunt, which means you can just get the temporarily have the focus. So you're like, I remember this from a book I read once. So yeah, that's a 19.
Woo! Now, if only that was on healing to take care of Verena.
Wyverns work in mated pairs.
Well, shit.
And currently, one of them just ran away with. Are you ready, guys? For how much HP it ran away with?
Oh!
1.
Oh, no, that thing's not getting away. Like, it's my turn. Here soon.
I mean, yes. You can chase after it and make a shot off.
Okay.
You all can make shots off, technically. I want the 3 people that have the bows that
throwing
can actually
knives.
make attacks to make attacks. Yeah, you can also throw a throwing knife, Dan. Phew. Okay, so let's see who gets the final kill. Okay, Dan throws a throwing knife. It bounces off of its armored body. Ting. Victor throws a throwing knife. Roll damage, Victor. Let's see if your throwing knife actually connects. It does damage. Your throwing knife hits and tings off those armored scales and spines. And then a arcane lance goes and hits it in the butt and connects with the arcane lance that was already in its digestive system, and it kind of its guts kind of burst out in a shower of magical goodness as it's still running, and it's got a lot of momentum as it slams into the ground, howling in pain, and very, very much dead. But
And
it
Fiore
was
dusts off her hands, turns away, and steps over to Verena.
on the downside. Well, you know, there's a second one nearby.
Well, we just killed the other one's mate, so it might be coming. And not in the other way. Before anyone else says it.
Suddenly, just another one just leaps in right now.
You want to fall back and regroup before you face the other one?
I
Well, you-
suggest that we use the ring for its effect to get away a little faster and just move for a small distance.
Good point.
It'll set us back, but we can always recover ground after we've taken care of Verena.
Yes,
Right.
that's true. You're currently doing your diagnosis, though. More in depth. It takes you an hour. And it's also time for everybody to get a short rest. So everybody heals their level +5 plus their con score. So I think everyone's basically, and also Verena heals 3d6 more from Rejuvenate, and Victor heals 4d6. 4d6 more, which is still enough. Because Victor is at, let's be clear here, that heals Victor, just the short rest heals him 9, which gets him 4 away.
I think my mana
4d6
max is back out too.
mostly backs, yeah. From the short rest, so you're like, yay, I feel hippie and squicky and gay.
It's 3 plus 5 plus magic, right?
Yep, and you're like, okay, so that's 6 total currently. Make me 2 more checks. 2 more cunning lore checks. Okay. 8, 11, and then make the last 2. If you get the full 6 hours. Okay, as long as you get the full 6 hours, you can save Rena's life. I won't say if you need 5 or all 6, or you can just pass off with 4. But there you go. That's the thing.
Can I stunt point on that one that's 32232?
That helps, yes. That I'm including that, yeah. Because that
Oh,
can give
good.
you a +1 bonus to the Dragon Die result for this, because it's an exploration stunt. So you know you're
Neat.
doing, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to tell you if it's you need the 4, 5, or 6. I'm going to tell you it's one of those is where you succeeded, and you have at least 4 hours as you guys are patching up, healing up, prepping, going to gather herbs because you need to be in this area. And you know, backtracking means Verena isn't getting that healing because you need to be near where wyverns are to find wyvern healing herbs and other things. Some of the bodyguards, including Dan, get to collect the fangs so you can get some of the venom, so you can dilute it to help with the potion making. It's a long and involved process. As a lot of you are doing this, we're going to now cut over to everybody's favorite playboy, Kalaesh. Kalaesh, you're currently still in a carriage with your hands bound and a hood over your head, and you've just been slapped in the face.
You could call that a slap.
No, I call it a love tap. Gradalphi says hello, boy. Mm,
Was it the
Boy.
lovely wife? Or his sister?
Oh, boy, boy. You boys don't know when you stepped into big pile of... You don't know when.
Oh, it's you guys that are underestimating this. I have some powerful friends, and they will find me.
Boy, they went east. We went west. They're not going to catch up to us anytime soon. We're going right through Orleans. No one's going to bat an eye. Yeehaw, isn't that right, boys?
Roughly how many can I tell if there are?
Wow.
I'm trying not to, but I really wanted to make the Tevinter slave hunters into neo-Confederates for the RP, just because the North will rise again because the Tevinters in the North. What is wrong with me today? The North will rise again. They got a Tevinter flag on the side of it. It's not culturally appropriate anymore in modern Dragon Age.
It's like roughly how many of them can I tell that's there? Like 1, 2.
There's 2 beside you, and there's at least 1 across from you, and he's currently rubbing your face lovingly.
Can I hear the sounds of additional people outside of this carriage? Or...
There's at least 1 or 2 on the
Obviously
carriage
those
front,
two.
controlling the horses.
Any other ones around? Do I hear additional footsteps?
Clop, clop, clop. 1, 2. You're counting at least 2 horses besides the at least 2 horses for the carriage. So that's a grand total of, a nice healthy 7.
I'm kind of just picturing by the time they get there, Kalaesh having somehow knocked all of them out, and it's just they arrive, everyone's unconscious, but he still gets delivered anyway. He's just headbutted all of his captors until they fell unconscious.
Oh, I haven't taken that outside as a possibility.
Now then, we're just going to install this mini guillotine to your junk to make it so you cooperate, because that's what we do here at the... Oh, your leg or your leg, as it says.
All right, so that's some people.
I've gone full.
Yep.
Something. Luckily, it's a group that you should make fun of because they're awful people. Anyways.
All right, and outside of my hands being bound and my legs being bound, are they bound to the floor, or is it kind of the standard
Your wrists are bound to the floor. It's manacles. It's heavy iron manacles that are then bound to the floor, and your feet are in a spreader bar. And you got your lovely hood on.
Being taken to a kinky shotgun wedding.
All right.
The ring is not the type of ring you normally expect at a wedding.
Could I?
That's fine.
Actually, it's not even a ring. It's a plug.
Ooh. Ooh, my.
Indeed.
Using a strength check, could I get an idea of how well secured I am without actually breaking out?
That'd be a perception check.
Hey, something you're good at. Wait, huh?
Yeah, he's good at it. He's spending his time. He's feeling around. He's groping the chains.
Do it quicker.
Yes, you grope the chains faster.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, these are definitely chains. Those are kinky.
So, how well secured do I think I am? At least as the...
Secure enough that if you're going to get into a fight by trying to break the chain, you're going to have to fight with the manacles on until you can get the keys. Maybe with the hood on as well.
Blind fighting. That would be fun. Why am I just picturing like Jason Bourne in my head all of a sudden? Like somehow I succeed the check, break the little thing out from the floor. I have my chains. I end up using them like as like makeshift garrote type things to essentially choke out my opponents.
I'm honestly picturing like God of War, where Kratos basically
I was picturing
literally does
Jackie
that.
Chan. Because it's going to be more silly than badass.
And horribly one-sided, probably.
Because, I mean, no, it's going to be everybody gets hurt at the end, because that's the thing, like Jackie Chan movies, Jackie gets hit a decent bit as well, and that's kind of the thing I was going with, is you're going to get hit, they're going to get hit, you're going to slap somebody in the face with the manacles, throw the chain at somebody's face to knock them down, and one guy is going to be over in the corner just like removing his cloak because you wrap the cloak around him to pull him over. And then eventually it's going to be you're ready to fight, and the last guy is just stripped down naked for the fight with you. Because he's taking off his vest, he's taking off his bow tie because you grabbed somebody with a bow tie and yanked them back by to punch them in the face. I'm referencing a Jackie Chan movie with this, by the by.
Also, the guy that was basically groping my face, how did his hand feel? Was it like soft, as if like always been using like a skin moisturizer, or was it like hard and calloused?
It felt
so probably
cold.
A metal gauntlet or something.
Yes, a metal gauntlet. Your elf face so pretty, boy. Boy, you look good on my wall.
Hey, you say I look good, then.
Oh dear.
You think I look good, then take these take the hood off, and I can really show you some nice good time.
No thanks. I know you elves and your dirty elf magic.
Yeah, magic.
Dirty elf magic.
We'll call it that. And like, what kind of check would I be making? Like, to, like, you know, constantly like trying to play with these things, not like all of a sudden like He-Man break thing, but more like just slowly trying to like maybe wear things down over time, not obviously at one. And obviously he's obviously going to do everything he can to escape, and at the same time wants to have it as much on his terms as possible.
I mean, what are you talking about? Who said anything about escaping? No one said anything about escaping. That would be ridiculous. You escaping from this situation. You're weak, you're tired. But if you want to try and escape, sure. The thing for that would be you'd make me a strength check still.
That's kind of what I thought. Yeah, I think I'm going to have fun with these guys for a little while longer. So, please, like I said, I got good friends. They'll come get me. I have faith in them.
Squawk. Squawk! You hear a cry from a bird outside.
What kind of bird is it? Can I tell by the squawking?
The elusive cyber deathhawk. Squawk! 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 That's what it makes the sound of. Squawk!
I try squawking back at it. Squawk, squawk, squawk.
You hear one of the windows on the carriage break.
Okay.
And then you feel a bird fly into the carriage and start pecking at your face.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Squawk, peck, peck. There's a bird clinging to your face. Squawk, squawk.
I might have rolled an R a little too hard. I was trying to ask it, please stop pecking my face.
Squawk! Squawk! And then flies out through the window it broke. The elusive Deathhawk flies away. Squawk!
So how did the guys react to that, apparently? Well, I probably really can't see them, the reaction, but...
Well, currently you got holes in your hood, and you're bleeding from your face because you had a Cyber
Alright, how
Deathhawk
much
latch
damage?
onto your face and peck it.
Okay, but
No
I can at
damage,
least
just hurts.
see somewhat now, right?
Stings. Yeah. They're all wearing helmets.
And probably laughing their asses off.
The two beside you are laughing, and the other guy's just like looking at you, very, very dumbfounded. Paul, what were you trying to do?
The thing was itchy, and I couldn't reach, and my nose was itchy, and I couldn't reach.
Squawk! God,
Squawk,
it's coming
squawk,
back.
Squawk, 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 squawk. And I'm trying to say, like, attack them.
Are you dumb? Are you deaf, boy? Are you trying to attract an adult?
Squawk.
Well, there goes a horse.
Ooh. One of the ones beside the thing?
No, it's not like it goes away. You can see it turning off, and then you can see a shadow overhead.
Can I tell roughly what it is based on the shadow? Nice!
It's an elusive Cyber Deathhawk, a full-grown one.
Squawk, 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 squawk.
Giant. Yes, this is good. I like Kalaesh's plan. Anchor something that can carry the carriage off or carry an elephant off. The elusive Deathhawk carries away Kalaesh.
Meanwhile, Fiore gets a lot of threes. Trying to delegate.
I'm just stealing your rolls that are good rolls.
I'm okay with this, because I've already technically succeeded. This is just like, I don't know, trying to roleplay a little, because suggestion in GM.
Yes, all the people that are NPCs are clapping, very impressed, and helping out as they can. As the squawk continues, squawk. As the thing flies away after a bit.
So it didn't lift up the cart?
No, not yet. It's probably waiting.
And?
You get the feeling that maybe they fired some arrows at it.
You guys did it dumb. If you guys want to have a chance at getting out of this thing alive, I need you to undo the shackles on me. Undo, but I'm definitely keeping the spreader bar.
One of them elbows you in the gut.
I haven't. I was.
What do you do with the spreader bar?
And you're also gonna have to undo the spreader bar, but I'm definitely keeping that.
Yeah, you get elbowed in the gut. That's gonna actually do damage because they're just gonna be like, nope. So yep, 4 damage. Oh, those are your ribs and your kidney and your kidney
also, am
ribs.
I still technically wearing my armor? Damn.
No.
Of course, it stripped me of that. Actually, speaking of, what exactly am I wearing?
Yeah.
Or am I just basically buck naked, save for the hood?
You're in the hood and you're pretty sure boxers. There's something around your crotch.
Can I tell roughly what it is based on feeling?
Probably boxers or a towel or some other, or maybe a skirt.
Actually, I can at least see. So what exactly is on me? Okay, so it's
it's your
inside the
boxers.
boxers then. Okay. Like, what does it feel like? Like cloth, fibers, metal, plastic?
A little bit. It's hard to say. You're gonna make off, Elfball.
Look, you know what that thing is. You know what that thing is, right? The big Cyber Deathhawk?
Squawk.
Squawk, squawk, squawk.
You dumb boy? Are you trying to make it come eat you?
Well, it'll be a bit of canned food then.
Flies down, lucks you out of the carriage perfectly, yanks you away. Ah! You're carried off naked to its nest. Kalaesh. Kalaesh is the only person that dies this session by being eaten by a giant hawk. Drav just watches this, is like, the fuck did I just see?
Yeah, you're not gonna want to mess with that hawk.
Yeah. We'll be out of its territory in a week.
So it has a full week to go after you.
It's gonna go after you, boy. Boy, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna make a pretty wife, elf boy. Pretty wife. Mm-hmm.
Shame. Wish I had known that. I would have had much nicer. Would have worn my nicely. 3, 2, 1.
Don't worry, we got a dress for you.
Will it be all white or cream colored?
Oh, well, we know for a fact that. You know.
So not white.
Don't worry, boy.
It's gonna be red, boy.
Boy, it's gonna be red with no back.
Ah, the cowboy style.
I'm not sure those exist in this world.
I just love how dirty the minds are going here. Just one innocuous comment and all of a sudden, how far can we take this?
Well, Elf Boy is going to get it. So a few days later, Kalaesh, a few more days of you trying to taunt them, and a few more days of you getting elbowed. So you still have that 4 damage because you get elbowed every day. In fact, let's actually roll to see if they elbow you again. Roll me a communications check. The worse you fail it by, the more they elbow you. Okay, you got a 10. So you... Okay, so they only elbow you once.
Or just an additional time?
So, an additional time. So you take 8 more damage. So you actually technically probably got a knee to the gut. Or a gauntlet punch to the gut.
And I
Either
imagine
way,
you're not healing as much because you're not in a restful position at all.
No, probably not.
That's part of it. Also, they keep
Also,
punching him again and again.
Cool
When he
question.
starts
Like,
to heal up.
as we do we just keep nonstop going, or do we actually stop for the night? For the night.
Oh, they have to stop for the night, etc. And when they stop for the night, that's when they pull out a coffin and put you inside of it.
Really?
Yeah, they have a coffin with they wrap chains around and put you inside it.
Is it at least a comfy coffin?
I mean, you spend the nights trying to pluck splinters out of yourself.
So, kind of like sleeping in like a bundle of hay all around you. Kind of annoyance.
Oh, there's hay in it too.
So it makes it at least a little comfortable.
Yep. But yeah, there's a hole for the lock to go through. So so your hands are basically pressed up against the wood through a hole where the chain goes out. Which connects to the other chain.
I've seen this in a movie. Just twist your hand and smack it.
I know what you're talking about. So is it possible for me to is it possible for me to say dislocate my thumb and trying to slip my hand through the manacle?
On the 3rd night, yes. The first 2 nights, you just are trying to adjust to the entire situation because it's such an odd thing, and you're also exhausted, beaten, and were exhausted from the fight and got drugged, so you didn't get a full night's sleep. So, the first 2 days are literally just you recovering from the events. And then, and so the 3rd night, yes. So make your check. It'll be a dexterity check. Break your thumb. Break your
12.
thumb. You break your thumb.
And Guessing what kind of? I'm guessing a Constitution check would be required for me to not like, to like grit or something. I mean, like.
You lose 5 damage. Take 5 damage.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that hurts. Constitution
So,
check
like not
would
screaming
not do
pain
what?
as I was doing that.
Yeah, make a con check for that.
Nope.
Let's say.
Or a willpower check, but I don't think willpower will save you from rolling that badly. On the upside, you got stun
I
points
go with stunt point to do a little better.
that do nothing because you failed.
Yeah. There's a girlish shriek in the camp that night.
Do I hear the sounds of anyone coming to investigate the girly screeching?
No, they shake the coffin.
Shut up! We're trying to sleep.
And that's you. Yeah. Flump, flump, flump. Shut up or we'll dunk you in the river.
Okay. Yeah.
Saying there's a hole in this and it's
Yeah.
wood, you'd probably drown. Well, in the lake, technically, because they're near the lake.
Okay.
Yep. But you've broken your thumb successfully. But they don't seem to care.
All right.
Yeah.
But
you're
am
in
I
pain.
able to slip my hand out of the manacle?
Roll another dexterity
Any
check to see if you
modifiers?
can do that. No, you need to break more fingers.
Oops. Hang on. I
you're like,
just accidentally hit a link. Give me a sec to get back in.
Yeah.
All
Well, you
right.
rolled a 13. Yeah. It takes a bit, but you eventually scrape and do more damage to yourself.
Yay.
4 damage! Yay! You've cracked your wrist, so yeah, you're like, that's my wrist. But you got one hand free, your other hand in manacles attached to the chain, and after the wriggling, you hear them shout, "Shut up!" and then you feel the coffin being moved. So yeah, what are you gonna do right now?
Okay.
You have one hand
Immediately
free.
feel
What's
around.
your plan?
Is there anything in here that I could possibly use? Yes.
To pick the lock?
Anything. I'm just.
Roll me a perception. You're in a coffin without any light, feeling around for hoping that there's a knife or
So
some
11?
piece of metal
Does an
that
11
will be
find
stiff
anything?
enough. No,
Ugh.
you find nothing. So your options are to try and crack it with your kind of hurting mangled hand, enough that you can then slip your other hand out without
going to try and do
damaging it
that.
further. That's going to be a strength check. And then a dexterity check. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Roll the dex. 14. Okay. So you actually slip it out pretty easily this time without doing any real damage. The strength cracked the lock a little bit. You hurt your hand when you try and basically break the lock, and you take 2 damage. Oh, only 2. But now both your
Okay.
hands are free.
Let's see. Do I have an ability that might do that? Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry, 3 damage. Should have been +2.
Okay.
But yeah, you're free. Your hands are free, and one is really, really hurt.
What kind of
of
check would it be to try and
broken.
to undislocate the other hand?
You can relocate it. It's just the damage won't heal. So you can relocate
Alright,
it. It's
I
like
relocate-
make a willpower check. You're doing a lot of bad things to your body
11.
right now. There is another girlish shriek in the
Damn
camp
it.
because you didn't get the 12 you needed. As the coven is
Please,
dragged, and then
there's
you
a spider in
hear
here.
a sound,
Please,
and
there's a spider.
and you realize that you're currently sinking into the into the lake.
Oh boy.
But on the plus side, you're sinking into the lake, and your hand can be mostly used. It hurts like hell. your entire right arm is hurting like hell. Your left
Okay,
arm's
since
okay.
I got my hands out of the chains, can I put? And I'm going underwater. Can I push the manacles outside of the hole, and hopefully have that undo some of the chaining on this thing?
You can push it till the chains slack.
Okay.
That's about the best you can do. Because what they do is they run the chain through the hole, not the other way around.
Okay.
So the manacles are too wide to go through the hole.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you can't like slide your
Okay,
hands through.
so
Was the idea.
I'm
You can maybe get one
I'm gonna
hand
do what I
through,
can.
so they can
give the
basically
chains as
keep
much
it
slack
right.
as possible. And are my legs restrained in any way?
You're still in the spreader bar. It's just been set to a thinner setting, so your legs
Okay.
are pressed together now, rather
Okay.
than
Can
spread
I?
apart.
How much can I? How close? How much can I bring them
Yay.
up to my chest? How? Because it's probably good. Like how much space? Okay.
Yeah,
what
enough,
I'm going to be
enough.
doing is this. I'm going to be using my legs to push as hard as I can against this thing to open it up.
Yep. Okay, that
And-
works.
Strength check.
And flood
Awesome.
yourself with water.
But he'll live
Mhm.
because he can swim to the surface like a mermaid with his
I
legs
still have
bound
my
together,
hands. Strength check.
like a mermaid. Yeah, like a mermaid again. You have your arms but no legs. Crack.
He's getting a lot of stunt points.
Okay.
Yeah, crack.
Just out of curiosity, what could I?
Crack. And
Okay.
yeah, you're free. And you're like, yay!
Okay.
And you basically shatter enough that you can
Okay,
then
question. What
shimmy
exactly are
out
the
of
rules
it.
in this game about holding your breath? Because, like, I know in like D&D 5th edition, it is 1 minute plus your con modifier. Yeah, that's how many
In
minutes
minutes,
you
I
can hold
believe,
it.
yeah. To answer that question, I don't remember, but since you want to know, I'll look it up. For how long you have
as soon as
until
like
you
it starts
drown.
flooding, he takes a deep
Because
breath.
once the lid floats to the top, they're just gonna be like, aim and fire, man, aim and fire. Get the Gatling gun. Why do they have a Gatling gun?
Aim and fire.
Okay, because like
Da-da-da-da-da.
as the water comes in, I take a
Da-da-da-da-da.
deep breath. That's not good.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. You're
Mhm.
trying not to die.
So, what do the rules say?
Let's see. I'm looking. Okay, so handling hazards. How dangerous is the hazard? Oh, here we go. So drowning is just damage.
So mechanically, not the worst thing
Okay,
in the world.
yeah, okay. This is okay. So basically, you get to make con checks for every minute you're down.
Okay, so for every minute. Okay, so as soon as I can, I start swimming. Because, like I said, I have to do like so
Okay,
that.
Yeah, the lid is going to slip free, or parts of it are going to slip free and float to the surface because, yeah. And the other parts of the coffin, which still have the chains attached, are going to sink. And that includes your manacles. But, yeah, they're going to notice the lid and they're going to be like, open fire! Okay, let's see how long they coordinate.
I just start swimming as
Let's see what
fast
the
as I
leader
can.
rolls.
What would
I'm
be-
going to
Damn
just...
it, I don't have swimming.
Okay. Wait, I need to... well, it's strength-based, so that's the good news.
Luckily, so long as you're lower in the thing, arrows won't do much.
I was probably sinking. How long was I sinking for?
Let's see. I'm gonna a while. They were basically just gonna drop you to the bottom and then pull you back up after probably a minute or two, long enough that you would not drown, but short enough that it would make the point. You know, make you be spluttering water and be like, unless you purposely drowned yourself, and then it would be like, well, he purposely drowned himself. Anyways, oh wow, they got okay. So they're so the good news is they're only going to stay focused with that for not as long as you'd want, but still long enough with a 10 total. just enough to pass, but not very well pass. But the stunt points are helpful. So his men are going to stay around for up to 3 minutes. I'm going to now roll that. Let's see. 1d3.
Roll the one. Roll the one.
Okay. Yeah, you can hear he's like, we'll give it 3 minutes, basically, is what he says for the leadership,
Shit.
is what you hear. So,
I mean,
Well,
probably
it's
not
night, so
underwater.
that gives me a little of a chance at hiding.
you can make me a dexterity check to keep hidden.
Nope.
Aim there! Aim there! I'm going to. Who should I? Whose attack stat should I use
Damn
for
it,
these
why'd I have
guys
to
shooting at you?
roll?
Don't worry, I'll just use your girlfriend's. Wait, no. Better yet, I have a better person to use.
Verena?
Yeah, Verena. Verena's the shooter. Verena gets to take the kill. Short bow. Short bow. 5 shots.
Since I'm not wearing armor, I'm gonna think all of
Okay,
those hit, except that last one.
You don't have your shield, yeah. So let's see. That hits. The third one misses. The last one misses. Okay, so
The fifth one
3
gets
hits.
stunt points.
3 hits and 2 stunt points. So let's roll that damage. On the plus side, it's not going to be the worst thing you took. That's over the 3 minutes of shooting. Oh, 17 damage.
Okay.
Now you just have to not drown.
Well, technically, that's the first minute. And as he says that, they're like, okay, men. And he's like, And they start grumbling about the fact that let's wait till the morning, blah, blah, blah. He rolled a 1 for the D3, so they give up after the first minute.
Okay.
But, yeah, you now make me a con check. And this is how Kalaesh dies, drowning. Not even something cool. He
18.
just drowns in the river. Blop, blop, blop. No, he's fine. Okay, so the
And I
first minute
swim
you're able to
as
stay down.
far as possible in the away from the camp.
Yeah. And you do it in half the time it would normally take you, so you get really
I'm
far.
motivated.
Yes, you are. You're swimming back towards the city. You're swimming back up north. Now roll me another con check because you need to stay down until the second minute. Because you need to wait till the first minute passes before they give up. Wow,
15.
ooh, you actually mostly made it. So I'm going to roll the last bit of damage, which is basically you running near low on air. Aw,
This is
poor
part of
Kalaesh.
taking out.
Kalaesh is at 1
so
HP.
I had 7 HP before that last roll, so down. I took 6 damage.
Yeah, you took 6 damage.
Oh my god.
I basically cut it in half. I took the first 3 dice of the 5d6 I was going to do because you passed. So at the third minute, you surface up because you passed the second minute check, and you're far enough away. You're really far downstream. Not super far because you're still definitely within eyesight if they looked and got torches and stuff. But they're more like, we shot them a bunch of arrows, and let's be fair here, you got 3 arrows inside of you. You're bruised and beaten. Your one wrist is,
Sore.
even though it's relocated, is half useless. Your arm is bruised, your legs are bruised, and you're also trying to swim with the spreader bar, so you're physically just exhausted.
Okay.
And you still have a spreader bar on, so you can't really walk because it's
I kind
unless
of
you
need
want
to
to break
do
it.
that, but that might make noise.
And it's about that point as you're just sitting there, half exhausted, lying on the beach, that you see one of the guys raise up a torch. I'm just going to make sure he doesn't float upstream, okay?
Shit.
And as he's moving in your general direction, you notice he just kind of, as he steps out of the camp, as you're watching this, he just kind of peels apart. Like you see him, and then his one part of his body peels in half off it, as though something just cut him in half. Yes. But you also see the skin's kind of frayed, like somebody was peeling it like an orange.
Oh, here's my boy. Maybe.
I'm gonna make a quick prayer to whatever god there is and go, please, whatever gods are up there, please don't let them send anyone else. Let them be drunk and forget.
And you hear, and that's when you start hearing the screaming.
How much screaming?
Well, a lot of screaming. A lot of it. There's men being, literally, you see a creature. It's about 8 feet tall. You vaguely recognize it, and it's the guy that you first saw hit, as his body gets thrown over in your direction, the torch still in his hand in a death grip, so you can see his half bisected body, because it only went down to the waist. The half that's one half has been bisected and is basically back over where he died, and the half that was thrown over to you has been skinned. And you hear several howls at once.
This is going to suck.
Yeah, you see these guys screaming. Yeah, there's a lot of screaming, Kalaesh. It's pleasant.
Good thing you're in the water.
Is there like grass, like tall grass, cattails, something I could possibly go in and hide in?
Oh, Kalaesh, why would you want to hide? It's your buddy from your dreams.
From my dreams.
Don't you remember your buddy from your dreams?
The arcane heart?
You know, you can see. No, not him. This guy.
Oh boy. That dude. Right.
You can just see he just walks up and just kind of is wandering through these people, murdering them, kind of indiscriminately, semi-indiscriminately. You see the one guy just kind of fall apart, is the best word you could use to describe it. The pseudo leader doesn't really fully fall apart, but like his skin is peeled off, like the upper half of his skin is peeled off, kind of like a person taking off their overalls only on the shoulders. And you see one of those mouths launch out, grab onto a person, and as you're looking out, you can actually see, oh, that sound of 2 more horses was actually more carriages. So there was 2 other sets of carriages. Which is, and you're like, oh, that's another
maybe another half dozen
at least 5 people per carriage. Yeah. So there was like 15, 20 people for you. Oh, doesn't that make you happy? You see the guy get peeled open like a grape.
I'm just watching with a morbid curiosity.
And after the screaming dies down a bit, and you're guessing some of the people ran into the woods and got away, and then another minute later you hear more screaming. Mostly got away, some of them maybe. You don't know. All is quiet, and you're there, bruised, battered, and with a camp full of dead Tevinter about 50 to 100 yards away from you.
I need to keep my ear out. What's going on? Damn.
Well, on the upside, if you can get there, there's probably a key for your spider bar.
Yes.
And your armor. And your swords.
Anything else, or is it just all quiet on the western front?
Well, you don't really hear anything else for a while. You just hear the sound of wolves panting. But you've been hearing that ever since
I'm
the screaming started. And it's still in your ears.
going
to
that's
normal.
Try and crawl as not painfully as possible to the camp. Would that be like a... Okay.
Oh yeah, you make it there in no
I
time.
look around. Do I see a key? Do I see, like... Okay, probably would have been, like, the head honcho guy. Okay.
I mean, let's be fair here. When you don't have the fact that you can move like 14 yards
14
when
yards.
you don't have... Manacles are basically slowing you like your armor does. So you're actually still pretty nimble.
Okay.
You can actually move pretty quickly.
I examine every single pocket I come across, including the guy who got cut in half.
Yeah. You fight it on the peeled skin of the boss. You just gotta, it's just there, and you're like, yay! And now you don't have the spreader bars off, and you're wet and cold, and there's a warm fire with rabbit.
I go to the fire and I sit next to it. Out of curiosity, is there any clothing in the caravan, like spare clothing that these guys would have had? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of spare clothing. You can see a chest, but you realize it's your clothes and stuff. That's going to take you a bit to open because you realize the key is probably on another corpse.
At least as far as like what I can see from these guys, because I doubt these guys had only one pair of clothing.
Oh yeah, you have options. You can get some cloaks and stuff.
At least use one of them as like a towel to dry off while I'm next to the fire, while I'm near the fire, so I'm at least still warm. I'm gonna eat that rabbit to regain some strength back. Does the rabbit give me any HP?
Yeah. No, and that's when the mighty Cyber Death Hawk swoops down and picks you up and carries you away.
Oh no!
As you're just sitting there resting, it swoops down, grabs the chest and you, and flies away.
Oh no!
Like actually, or
yes. So we'll cut back to Kalaesh later.
God damn it!
Kalaesh is wild.
I told those guys I had a powerful friend. They didn't listen.
Define friend in your world, Kalaesh.
I told them they had a powerful friend. Somebody came around and slaughtered them. As far as they know, he was the powerful friend I was talking about.
Kalaesh, Wagyu version of human. You're gonna no. It's still you're gonna make a pretty wife, elf boy.
Oh god, the bird is a neo-Confederate too. Ugh.
No.
Nah, the bird's just a redneck.
Mm-hmm. Boy, I'm a redneck, but I understand needs and I understand desire, and I don't judge people for their sexuality. It's perfectly fine. Now, all the other things that you would think about a redneck, I agree with those, but you know how it is. It's much like how you expect the Klan would be anti-vaxxers, but they actually hate anti-vaxxers.
A group that everyone...
And are super pro-vaccination, which is the weirdest thing when you think about it. You would expect a group like that to be very backwards.
Progressive. They accept vaccines.
I mean, vaccines have been around for a while, but it's the fact that they basically
let's be honest here. Accepting vaccines isn't progressive.
But
thinking
it's smart, and you don't
is regressive.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make is, but you would think a group that's so regressive and so, messed up already would have that type of mentality. You'd expect a group like that to be fully ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how people forget the Nazis banned smoking.
They did.
Which people are like, well, that shows how evil they are because smoking's not bad for you. It's like, yeah, sure. Next thing you know, you're going to say vaping's not bad for you. Yeah, it's almost like putting water vapor in your lungs is really bad.
It's not that bad.
I mean, it's really bad. Like that's why you're only supposed to, do the whole steam thing when you're really sick and you're having a hard time breathing, because that way the water vapor is clearing out things and not a lot of it will get into your lungs.
Yeah, you cough it back out.
Yeah, that's the entire reason. Vape stuff is basically let's wet inject this right into my lungs. It's almost like, when your lungs fill with water, that's bad. Anyways, we'll get back to Kalaesh. The rest of you, on the other hand, are currently dealing with something else. You guys have found where you need to go for the last herbs, and you're currently looking at the solution, and you're like, oh, this is going to be easy. And then you're like, hey, yay. So you guys are working together as a team. Dan's climbing up the thing. Someone else can be climbing with him. Who wants to climb that tower with Dan to get the herbs they need at the top of it?
I mean, I think we should all be up in the tower, relative shelter, to be honest.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to say, though, is all of you can climb the tower, but who else is going to join them? Because it's going to be like literal climbing. You're going to have to make strength checks.
Well, clearly not the elf, and probably not Verena.
No, have the poison patient climb.
Hey, what's the worst that'll happen?
Victor's doing good. Dan, make a strength check as well, as you're climbing up.
Hello?
Hi, Wheel Girl.
Not good.
Oh, don't worry, Dan. What's the worst? It's not like this thing's nest is at the top of this tower. Oh, God, no.
I feel strength. I'll use that stunt point to turn that 1 into a 2. So it's a straight series of 2s.
Dan, you climb to the top with Victor. You're like, you're both tired, exhausted, and you're barely hanging on. And then you're like, okay, now we just need to get the herbs from. Oh God, that's a. Oh, the wyvern was mating with a drake. That's cute. Aw, romance. Their children will be sterile, but also terrified because they'll be able to breathe fire and acid at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Plan then?
So there's the good news, and there's the bad news, and there's the good news, and there's the bad news. But more importantly, so that's an 8. So you slip and fall. So you all just kind of watch as Dan gets the tub, and then you see it, and you're like, oh, and you flump. Don't worry, Dan. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just going to be 10 damage as you land on your ass. A good 20, no, probably more like 40 feet down, 40, 50 feet. As you slam into the ground, as you see this thing just standing over you. And Victor, what did you roll? Victor makes it. Victor is fine. Victor, you're staring at this thing. It is shrieking at you. You can see there's a nest up here. These are the last herbs you need, or the second last, actually, to be more accurate. But you found herbs. This thing looks angry and is a drake. You're not sure if it's male or female. That's a very big question because...
Okay,
yeah.
Stand down.
Damn.
Grab the herbs and run. Grab the herbs
Pretty
and run.
much. Sorry, intimidate him.
Oh, Victor. Yay, Victor. Victor intimidates it. Victor, because you're doing intimidation, make me a communications check. This is important because you get enough stunt points that you can flirt with it. I believe in Victor.
Probably not.
Victor. Okay, so you guys, Victor drops the herbs down as Victor's pulled into the nest.
Okay.
Victor, you're able to put the herbs into the bag as Victor's pulled into the nest. Rawr. And it starts nuzzling you.
I get away from
your
it.
face. What? What are you gonna do?
Try to get away from it.
Okay, you can make me a strength check. Victor, why do you reject its love? Okay, let's have it roll a strength check. Okay. Okay. Victor, why do you reject its love?
Meanwhile, I'll tend to
I
to
hold up
Dan
the
while this
bag.
is happening.
Yeah. Can you heal Dan up to full? Let's see. Yeah, that's
I can
full.
overheal.
Overheal, mercy. No, wait. We want to build with the better character. Medic.
Dr. Liquid Lover.
Yeah. It's winning this struggle. It thinks you're playing with it. As it pins you down, Victor.
Help!
Well, does anybody want to
I'll try
help
and go
Victor?
back up the mountain.
It doesn't
I'll
sound
try and
like
get
it's
back up
hurting
the
you.
up the tower.
Okay. Dan climbs up. Dan, you make it up to the top, and you can see the thing is trying to nuzzle and other things to Victor.
How tall is it?
How tall is it? It's the size of a
No, the tower.
The tower. It's about 50 feet up, so it takes to climb it. About that. So 10 squares roughly.
All
To
right.
put it in rough
So,
game
as
mechanics terms.
precaution, because they're going up without the healer. Dan, regenerate. Also, wow, that was dangerously close to failing.
Yep. Actually, I think you still did fail. 12, 4. Oh, no, you just barely passed. Yeah, that bad roll. Actually, that was a decent roll, but yeah, slightly below average. But those high level spells, man. Dan, you get up there and you can see, yeah, it's trying to nuzzle with Victor. It purrs and lets out a chirp.
I'll just get back to working on that potion.
Yep, you've already made the checks too. So yeah,
Yep.
This is the 4th hour check right here. And you can either give it to Verena now or go look for the other herbs, which will lead to another thing.
Like, is there any reason not to give it to Verena now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, basically, the 4th hour has an event, the 5th hour will have an event, and the 6th hour will have an event. So it's basically up to you if you want to give it to her early or you want to do those events and basically give it a better chance of it working.
Can I use healing to assess, like, the chance of it working?
You know what? Sure, I'll let you make a cunning lore check to see. I'll let you make that. Yeah, sure.
So cunning lore, not cunning healing?
Sorry. Healing. Do it. Healing. Ooh, yeah. 4. Yeah, right now you need at least the 5th ingredient for we'll have any chance. If you don't get that 5th ingredient, she's dead. But you're not able to say for certain that you will need the 6th ingredient. But it could be needed because it's been so long. She's weak. Her muscles are stiff. And she was suffering blood loss as well. And currently, you can hear the sounds of mating in the distance of a large drake.
So we have an hour to take care of this situation, huh?
You got an hour to 2. But you know that it's not the best situation. And you're just like, this is just not good, basically. And
Can I send 3 of the comrade at arms to at least locate the other?
Oh, you know where the fifth one is. It's just a matter of, yeah, you guys are working with them. They're basically scouting ahead.
Or at least like have them check and see if there's any surprises. Or start checking that.
They're going to start looking for the sixth ingredient for you. But they'll also
Okay.
look for surprises. Some of them will do that. Okay. Victor, are you going to do anything? It's pinning you. It's pinning you. It's going for an Amazonian press. Victor rolls. Tie. Victor's breaking free, but then it goes for the suplex. With the double sixes and a 5. Holy shit. Okay.
Well, this is how the dragon blooded were made.
The Dragonborn are made. Squeaks. Victor, no! This is how Victor dies, folks. Audience, this is how Victor dies. Wait. It's going to... obviously, it realizes what the issue is. Victor isn't warm enough. So it's going to... It's pinning Victor. It's going to warm Victor up.
It's like a big living blanket.
Technically, fire is a big living blanket.
But also painful.
Because you're not a Drake, and thus you aren't immune to fire damage. But it is. It only gets the warmth part. Which would then explain why it's trying to do that. It's trying to warm you. But instead, it's burning you. Victor's getting cooked. Don't worry, Victor. 22 damage. It's not bad.
Especially since he can take, like, what, 8 off of that?
6. He doesn't have it.
Oh.
Heavy leather.
Still.
16 damage. But the moment Victor, after a while, keeps resisting, and it keeps pinning Victor, because that's 6-5, because we're rolling amazing now into the session, it gets angry, chirps, clicks, and then basically treats it like Victor's not interested, and because of that, it's going to throw Victor off. But Victor, you were able to resist it, and thus you weren't, snoo-snooed? Question
Not the
mark?
worst way to go.
But you've also learned something valuable. Dragons roar at each other to try and do stuff. So now you know that trying to yell at a dragon just makes
Horny?
it... Question mark?
Well, time to tend to Victor's wounds after he's tossed off.
Oh, what are you talking about? What wounds? Victor's just gonna slam into the ground like a sack of potatoes and just be lying there, drooling, be like, "It's over."
And I see him fall down right behind me.
You climb up, you see the thing toss him off, and he takes. Is he just like, "Oh, there's Victor." 49
He's
total
unconscious.
damage, meaning that Victor slams to the ground unconscious. Then his armor applies, making that 37 actually. So wait, no, Victor is also conscious at 1. So that's the second PC to be conscious at 1. Victor's at 9. And don't forget, you also get to make a heal check to patch him up.
While I'm up there, can I see anything that would be of value up here, or can I just climb down?
Now
eggs,
19.
gold, and the fact that this thing is a female drake, meaning it's going to eventually metamorphosize into a high dragon because it laid eggs finally. So it's probably going to, and you also can see the wings have actually started growing in. So, in the next few days to weeks, it's going to evolve to its full size.
I'm going to just climb down slowly, like I saw nothing.
Okay, make a dexterity check so it doesn't notice you and try and bite you or knock you off. Hey, you actually made it
Mm-hmm.
because it was too focused on Victor, so you could actually sneak this time. Yep. Poor Victor's just broken. Kalaesh is broken and bruised. Both of you at the same time too. So you're both just lying there, broken and bruised, very confused about your day and your life choices.
Like, only the NPCs in Fiore are fine.
No,
Which
Dan
is
is an NPC.
normal.
got
Dan's
fully
also a
healed,
bit
though.
banged up.
No, he's healed and he regenerated extra because I thought there was going to be a fight.
True enough, yeah. But yeah, lying. Yeah, Victor's doing that healing. That's fine. So that puts Victor at 14, which yeah, Victor's at 20 HP. So Victor's looking okay. By the way, you won't be regaining mana if a fight breaks out, Fury, because you're having to rush around to do this all. Because, on the clock, on a timer.
Luckily,
And
I have
Yeah.
6 lesser lyrium potions.
Yep. And eventually, more searching, more working together, you guys find the 5th ingredient.
Yay.
You find it. It's a magnificent cipher. You need some of its feathers. Car! Just swoops down, carries off Victor.
And that's how harpies were made.
And I tried to duck.
Oh, wait, no, it's a Majalis harpy. Ooh, people that understand artists and
Yep.
things get that. I don't know if Lana does.
Nope.
Wheels, are you awake? Wheel girl.
Yeah, there's the name, so you can look it up on your own terms. Wheel goes asleep. I think she's dead on us. I like how Wheel Girl's character is dying and Wheel Girl's fallen asleep. It's a great way to fit the narrative.
Yep.
Which is good.
Yep.
And you're totally not gonna die. And Willrow's totally not gonna die because she decided to just leave in the middle of this. Because I'm not vindictive at all. No GM is vindictive and kills a player because they wander
That's
off.
correct.
Have you seen a Spoonie campaign?
That was the joke.
I know.
So we need to get feathers from a harpy.
Yes.
It doesn't happen to just be shedding, does it?
If I throw a throwing knife
and
hopefully hit the harpy in his wings, and then ride like hell.
Your actual target is something far worse.
It was the dragon scales we needed, isn't it? We need to go back up that tower, don't we? Oh, thank God.
No. You need the most deadly thing. You need bear liver.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
It's only a bear. What's the worst thing?
Well, you found a bear, or rather, you found some bears. Is the problem?
As in plural.
It's not like there's 3 of them or anything, and they're working together. And one's black and white. One is just pure white, and one's brown. I watched some of that cartoon recently to see anything about it. And I was like, wow, it's just really bad.
What, the Pokemon one?
What? No.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Pancham is garbage mechanically. I was talking about We Bear Bears.
Oh, okay.
I watched it because it was like, okay. And I was like, oh, hey, look, the bear also rolled an 11.
Should we redo our initiative, or do we have to keep?
No, because you haven't really had a long enough time because you're constantly having to move around. You're all still a bit beat up, tired, etc.
We just wait for them to go back home and light their cave on fire.
Or
That's not going back home.
oh my god, they smell carrion and are attacking Verena. They're trying to eat Verena because she smells like carrion.
Well, that's convenient. She can't be any more dead than she already is.
Oh, I rolled 4 times by
I mean,
accident.
she can, but
okay. Oh, hey, look. They did good. They worked together and buried her. I'll just NPC Verena because she may die here. So might as well make sure she does something for the party. Okay.
wait, why would we actually be taking Verena with us? Like, why isn't she at?
Because your people are carrying her with you.
Oh, well,
and
okay,
the
then.
poison doesn't. Basically, the poison doesn't affect her until basically she just instantly dropped dead.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad then.
Yeah. So she's walking it around. Well, to be fair, it's because it didn't get off the worst effect, which was the one that also gives her a -4 to her dex.
And back.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Oh yeah, it would be awful. It would be like a game ender.
Why are we surrounded by 3 bears?
I think they smell Verena.
Yeah. Smell
she smells
Verena.
like fish right now.
I mean, she always smells like fish. Sardine bath with Verena.
Oh, we can't
Now
run
that's
this time.
just rude.
I mean, but accurate.
Accurately rude. So that's 3 attacks at 2d6 plus 2, right?
No, I applied in her armor already.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was 23 damage. Like they're batting at her. Luckily they're bears, so they're smart, so they'll run away.
Okay, so we just gotta make sure. Hopefully, they're smarter than the average bear. Where's Kalaesh with his broken stats? Yeah.
Trying not to die right now.
Victor's turn.
He's flying. He's on a
Technically, I
magical
think
adventure
this
right
is
now.
still 3 days in the past. Is it?
Oh yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
I'm just.
Or it's been 3 days since you guys left town, so it's the same time period, and I'm going with that. And Victor, you can attack because actually the bears actually went second. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll for Verena. Fiori, what are you gonna do? Don't heal Verena. That's my only thing. Don't waste a heal on Verena.
Fine.
Look, see, don't waste a heal on Verena. She fails to hit a bear. Go, Dan. Roll to hit a bear. Or Fiori, what are you going to do first up? You going to blast a bear?
Yeah, I'm gonna blast a bear. I'll blast the same one as Victor.
You're all going to just gangbang a bear. Got it. That hits. That does a lot of damage because bears don't have armor.
Bears.
Bears. Yep.
I am theoretically the highest damage dealing, but not yet.
because you have to keep everybody else alive.
Yeah, no, I spent half my turns just running around healing like a madman.
Hello, support main.
Sounds about right.
Dan, make your attack. The bears are all sharing 1 HP pool.
Oh, good.
Yes, that is good. Because I'm giving them the HP of 1 bear. So basically, once you kill one of them, the other 2 will run away.
Oh, very good.
It just makes them fairly deadly because they attack as a group and get 3 actions.
Also, like, you know, you are a very generous GM with the information.
In this case, I don't mind because depending on how this fight goes, depends on if Verena dies or not. Like if Fiore gets knocked out, Verena dies because Fiore has to spend the next hour waking up from the knockout, and then Verena just dies because Fiore is unconscious.
I
So
mean,
you know,
the
if
other
I wanted,
people have healing potions, so
yes, but it would basically knock you out long enough that it would ruin the timing of the potion because you have to add X ingredient at this time, etc.
I
You'd lose time because the bear liver wouldn't be fresh anymore. Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of now waiting for
Okay.
Kiri to roll.
All right.
Oh,
I was just waiting.
Super
Yeah.
NPC.
Yeah, well, it's going to go back to Victor's turn after
All right. So
after your
can I
action. So I'm
just
just
move
going
into
to
place then, or
move into place. Plus, I don't mind being somewhat open. It's your turn. It's going to be Ty's turn immediately afterwards. Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
10 damage?
Okay, that hurts. So you carve into the bear, jabbing and striking at it. Pushing it back. The poor bear.
And yes, I hear wheel go in the background.
Sounds like she actually did fall asleep.
If you guys are willing to cover your ears for a second, I'm just going to scream really loud.
No.
Okay.
Just don't. She's gonna fall asleep on us. She'll have to deal with the consequences. That's as simple as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
Why
hit?
am I get? Yeah, it's your turn. Ty. Back to you. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that hits.
that's-
Yeah, so there's damage. You do damage. Okay, well, Ty's rolled 1 twice. 23. Okay, 33 damage. Nice. You've done 33 damage together so far, guys. Okay, so the bears are kind of angered, and this thing just shot at it. Okay, so they're gonna split up. How are they gonna murder all of you? I'm thinking this out. Let's see. These bears are working together because they're a bear pack, because bear packs exist in this world. Packs of bears that work together. Eeny, meeny, miny. Okay. Fiore, you've made bear friends.
Oh, good.
The best type of friends,
And I couldn't move without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Oh. Don't worry. Only 2 of them are attacking you. The other one's going to attack Victor. So first one on you hits. Second one hits.
Yep.
Third on Victor hits. And it gets stun point, so it also gets to bite Victor. And hits.
Luckily, the bite doesn't generate stunt points.
Yes, luckily. So here's the damage it does to you, Fiori. No, I need the D there. Otherwise, that would have just been 60 damage. Cronk. So, Bat, how are you doing, Fiori?
That is that is over my maximum health.
Yes. Don't worry, Fiori, you're fine. And Victor, you take...
I am at -3, except I think I just stay at 0.
Just enough to knock me out.
Really? Don't forget your armor. So yeah, you're at 6. Okay, Fiori, you still get your turn because technically the bears act after you. So fire your lance into their face. Because nobody was really hurt at this time before you get roundhouse kicked by a bear.
I mean, if I got a turn before that, I would probably move to a more advantageous spot where they can't surround me easily.
I mean, this is more of a narrative fight here.
True.
And to be fair, accurate, they go at the same time as you because that's how it works in Dragon Age. So technically, they rush you as you're running back. So they don't get op attacks and stuff. And you blast one in the face, cracking up to 43. Dan, you see the 2 other bears are rushing after Fiori, but they're not going too far. They're trying to make sure their buddy doesn't get downed. Make your thing. Do it, Dan. We believe in you. Also, Verena will try and axe somebody again with her garbage stats. Oh, wow, she actually hit. Okay, that's 53. That's 62. Ty, it's your turn again. Let's see if Ty can finish this off. I'm so confident I'm actually deleting the turn order. Ty, that hits. That's just enough. So you drive a dagger in and drive the one bear down. When the other 2 realize their buddy's down, they're like, as they look at the semi-conscious, the unconscious, and realize there's 2 more of you, and they're technically injured enough that the damage spread out would be enough, and so they're like, and they're going to retreat. Working together with the NPCs, you can patch up and wake up your healer, and you can make me a cunning healing check to see if you can get her up in time. Not you. You're not the healer. They need to make it.
Hey!
Oh my goodness. You're actually mostly able to, working together through the power of friendship, you're actually able to get her up.
And Victor gets to do it quickly.
Yeah. Well, that's the more important thing is he's going to use that for the +1 dragon die so you pass. Because the 2 together pass. And together, because I'm not going to roll for Verena. Because she's too coffee sick. Fiori, you wake up. Now somebody can make a check to cut open a bear to get the liver you need.
Strength, perception, cunning.
Let's go with Constitution to basically not throw up.
Stamina go into that as well?
No.
So 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. I was sorry. I was just looking at Victor's roll. So that's 6, 10, 12.
Yeah. So Victor does not handle the bear gut smell well, and has to pull back as one of the guard NPCs basically starts doing their job as a butcher, slicing it open, cutting in deep, and well, I have good
we
news,
save
everybody.
Not Fury, yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean,
we
I'm
save,
fine.
Fury's fine.
I'm gonna count
Verena?
that healing, patching myself up for 14.
Yep. You have saved Verena for now.
For now.
You've made the 5th stage of the potion, so you're on the 6th stage. You can give it to her now, or try and find the 6th stage. But all of you are beat up. You're all sore,
Actually, I'm not beat up.
and this should be enough.
I'm still at full health.
You're all beat up.
Okay, tired.
We're
That's
all
better.
tired.
What's needed for the final part of
Yes.
the potion?
Give me a moment.
Pine nuts.
Pine nuts. Okay. Perception check to find them.
Oh, good. Just enough to drop 2 rejuvenates, one on Fiore and one on Victor.
Okay, we'll roll that 6d6 for healing. Fury. Come on. There you go.
76 because it heals on the
Stun
first
point.
turn too.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, you're at full.
Okay.
And Victor's got 20 more HP.
Because of 3 1s.
And I'll conserve a mana for my
Alright.
rejuvenate on. Actually, no, I'll use an extra d6 on Victor.
Yeah. You guys can make me perception tracking to find nuts. Pine nuts. Nope. Fiore, nope. Victor actually does get it if he wants to. Victor, do you want to find the pine nuts?
Yeah, fine.
Victor finds the pine nuts. But is it time? Do you have enough time? Okay. And you brew the potion, and then you give it to Verena, and Verena will drink it. And now I get to make a GM roll to see if she actually survived or not, or you just did nothing and it was already too late.
I mean, in the end, we still get experience, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's just the thing. To be fair, if she gets injected with the poison, I can just say she dies. But I decided to let you guys have the ability to make an antidote to make it fair.
Sorry I passed out.
Hey, Verena! Make me a
No, this is just
constitution
perfect
check.
timing. Kind of.
I just...
Make a
Sorry,
constitution check.
I'm sorry I fell asleep on you.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. Make a constitution check. And you guys give Verena the potion. And you're like, yay! We saved Verena's life! She's not going to then... Oh.
Oh, what?
You needed a 15.
Fuck.
Wait, no, she's got 2 stunt points. Does that?
No.
No, it's not enough stunt points.
No. Nope.
All that for nothing.
Well,
Hey!
no. Verena, you get to breathe your last in your friend's arms, Fiore, Victor, and Dan. There's no Kalaesh around. Your dear friend Dan, the guy you've known for the last 3 days, as you cough and you wheeze and as your eyes
I
fade.
died. The end. I'm sorry I'm not for the dramatic. After just
And then Verena's dead.
finding out I died because of stupidity and passing out on the RP.
Mostly
yeah.
dead because you just failed a constitution check.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, also for reference, you needed the 6th one because your first 2 healing rolls were just low enough that even with that 6 at number 5, it was just one short, even with the stunt point. You were literally one short. I was like, oh. So you guys, yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about for like the healing for the potion, which is why I'm glad you went the full mile and got the pine nuts. So yeah, you needed everything to get the potion. You guys did it, and then it came down to one roll, and that one roll.
And I rolled, and the game decided.
Can I roll
Yes.
brawling as a form of aggressive CPR?
The blood leaf.
Yes, sure. Make aggressive CPR on her.
Let's see how this... Oh, that did basically nothing.
You aggressively beat a corpse.
Okay, I died.
To be fair, if I somehow succeeded, there might have been a chance that maybe the heart could have been resuscitated, but probably not.
Well, to be fair, it's a paralytic venom. So it's technically she stops breathing is what happens. It's her lungs freeze up.
CPR.
So it's far worse.
Well, I tried.
I don't think CPR is going to work, dude.
Yeah. As you all have a brief, sad, sullen moment, the quiet taking you all. As Verena lies dead before all of you, Kalaesh, we cut back to you in the grips of a giant hawk.
Oh, great. Great. I screwed up.
Yeah, no, you just got unlucky in this case more than anything. Which is kind of the shittiest thing. It's just that was really bad luck.
Failing by one is the worst part.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, it only uses the stun point thing if it gets a really good roll, and it got a really good roll, then failing by 1, and then the group needing the full thing, so you didn't get 2 chances at the check, because that was bad. Everything just kind of stacked up steadily against you guys, and then it just finally crashed at that moment. But on the plus side, Kalaesh!
Hey, there might be a second character death this game, this session.
Let's hope.
Kalaesh is just dropped from the sky onto the.
I'm kind of now kind of secretly wishing that, so I'm not alone in having to make a new character.
I mean, right now we're down to 2 PCs in Fiore and Victor with a semi-competent NPC. So them returning home safely is also in question, especially with the Drake in the area.
Yeah, well, I might. Well, I said.
Soon to be High Dragon.
TPK is still quite possible.
I imagine that Dan Aykroyd probably said, that thing's probably going to become a High Dragon. Let's run the fuck away.
So anyway, you can make me a Constitution check. Kalaesh.
Don't fail. He answers the goddamn question of why. It's good. I hope Sargon basically has.
Could stamina be applied to this?
Manner.
Yeah, stamina will apply to this. This is to not fall unconscious while it's carrying you. Well, Kalaesh, as you're being carried by the giant bird, you slip unconscious and go limp, and it doesn't have a strong enough grip on you. So you just kind of...
Wait, a 14 isn't enough to stay conscious?
He's had minimal sleep for 3 days, was beaten severely.
I was running on fumes.
And was... then had to swim for 3 minutes underwater before getting up. And it basically broke one of his arms, then reset it. Well, I don't think he's necessarily in the best of...
Nope.
Yeah. So... YMCA. Let's roll a D100 to see where Kalaesh lands today. I'll let you roll it, Kalaesh.
Nope.
Dad
run. So how much of like a Polacart landing do I have?
Oh, Kalaesh, you're treating it like you're just gonna die.
I had only 1 HP.
I mean, yes.
So best case
So,
scenario, I
I
take
mean-
1 hit point of damage, and I'm just knocked out.
And then wolves eat your corpse.
Unless somehow it's like right on top of like a village, they find me, and I get into a nice bed, and somehow I end up engaged to somebody else.
I mean,
And
Trav
have
has been
amnesia and
tracking
show up
you.
5 sessions
Yeah, I
later.
think I'm a farmhand.
Calling yourself Callie.
Trav has been.
You think
tracking
you're a
you too,
girl
though.
because you're an elf. And you're very pretty.
Does that give me the
So you start wearing
ambiguously gay
dresses.
trait?
No, it gives you the trap trait,
Yeah.
which comes with the hella gay trait.
What?
So, uh, you slam it to the ground, and then when the hawk realizes it lost its prey, it drops the other thing, realizing it's not food. A bit after that, so a chest slams to the ground with your armor, basically right next to you as you slam into the ground because it's like what, and it drops to the chest, and it can't find you because it's dark out. So you're just left there on the ground next to your chest.
Yeah.
And-
Let him let
Hey, I mean, it's open now.
let's
and there's
let's let Diplo describe what's happening.
And it's about that point, Drav just looks at you and it's like, just looks at what he just saw happen. What just fell out of the sky in front of him.
Yeah, it's not like a bunch of guys who just. It's not like it's raining men. Boom. It's not like there's page 63 Playgirl bunnies about to jumping from the sky. Did no one see Dogma?
I never watched a single. I never watched a single Kevin Smith movie. If you want to be annoyed at me for that, I am totally okay with that.
And that's what, as he's lying there, twisted, broken, and hurt. He just Drav face bombs, looks to Eleanor. Eleanor looks to him, and he's like, "So," and she's like, "We can put him out of his misery."
I heard that.
Okay, put him out of his misery. Pulls out a mace.
No.
Let's start with the legs. Crack, crack. Like a candy or an
No.
egg. You crack it open to get out the good juices, the bone marrow juices.
Carrie character dies for the power of two hungry people.
No. Giraffe will roll his communication to try and make it so Eleanor doesn't try and put you out of your misery because you look like you should be dead.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Kiri does not, in fact, get murdered by his fiance because she thinks that you need to die because you're in pain.
You're saved by the power of rationalization. Rationalization.
I mean, Kiri's entire body is basically just a broken, bloody mess.
If you got magic, if there's enough powerful magic in your body, it doesn't matter.
We can't really feed him a potion. His jaw's broken, so he has to heal naturally. So it's going to be a few days. Kiri's healing, I think,
Yep.
15 HP a day.
Well, but at least he's back with his
Fiance.
girlfriend.
His shotgun wedding fiance.
Yay! My husband's back. Now I get to take you to my uncle in Tevinter. He'll love to meet you. I wonder what Uncle Gradalphi's up to.
I mean, I had plans on how to escape from my encapturement, but not exactly going this way. Didn't plan going this way.
Don't worry. You didn't hear
I'm
that, Kalaesh.
unconscious and blissfully unaware of the world.
And thus, you also learn the horrific truth out of character. One, she is with Gradalphi, but she's unaware of your connection to Gradalphi, and thus
I
There's also-
idiot.
And also, thus is not with Gradalphi in this case. And thus, I can now show her to players.
So that's who I married.
She's got her war paint on in that picture.
Not bad looking. Not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it just... Sometimes it does
Yep.
that, sometimes it doesn't. When you try to view an image from one of these things, it sometimes knocks you out.
Oh, I thought it was a wheel girl leaving because it sounded like
Yep.
she rage quit just a few seconds ago.
No, I
Yep.
can't. I can't rage quit. My character's dead, so I can't do anything until the next session, where I have a new character.
Yep. So Kiri is going to be dragged back, half broken, half dead. Fiore, you're unconscious until you get patched up.
I mean, I was patched up.
Yeah. The question is, how are we going to bury Verena? Viking funeral.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Woo! They put her. They all
Burn
just
her in the pyres. She's got darkspawn
just
blood
set up
in her.
They just set up a. Actually,
she
no.
does not.
I don't believe
Oh.
she. Yeah, she was
Wow.
the one non-Grey Warden.
Well, she can't have darkspawn blood in her.
Yeah, the Grey Wardens are you, Victor, and Kalaesh.
Oh, so basically the non-Grey Wardens are the ones who...
Except for Dan Aykroyd,
Wow.
the man who knew too little.
I
So, yeah.
died, and our Grey Warden gets nearly mangled. Our first Grey Warden gets nearly mangled.
Don't worry.
I die.
I mean, there's still a chance Kiri dies anyways. Just like there's a chance that Ty dies. Because, everything goes
Wait.
poorly. Don't worry.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
what
there's a
happened
chance
to
that
Ty's character?
if not this session, then the next session or the session after
we're
that, we
just,
might die.
Oh,
we're just
yeah.
all in pain. That's all.
Yeah,
And
as
there's
you're
a
You're
red
all in
dragon in the
pain,
area.
my character's dead, and I'm denouncing you're not sure if I should make a new character in case all of you go belly up quickly after this.
Well, on the plus
I
side, you
We
guys
are
all.
carrying food. And there is a dragon nearby.
Well, I mean, you also hear
Kalaesh
the
might be
sound
the only
of.
survival.
You also hear the sound, and you can you see the tower's broken in places. The nest has been lowered to the ground because of that, as though it was undergoing its metamorphosis. And well, it's not there anymore, but it's also not near the nest. Which the only reason it would not be near the nest if it was why. Oh, we'll worry about that next time.
Now I'm sitting here not sure what should I do because my character's dead, but everybody else seems like they most likely will die soon.
So
I
basically,
mean-
at some point, there's a high dragon that you guys may or may not encounter. There's a horrific wolf creature that's stalking Kiri and doing bad things. There's the arcane horse stalking Ty for some reason.
And then there's Fiore, who's just kind of fine. I mean,
And then there's Fiore who's stalking Ita, along with all of you, the Darkspawn guy.
yeah, like I'm
and-
just the boring. I'm just like, I'm just the healer. I'm here.
But you
And,
also have a lovely boyfriend who snuggles you.
You have a fool. You two have romance.
I
Two
mean,
may die.
Ella.
One is
Excuse me.
definitely dead.
Excuse me. Let's be fair here. Eleanor is romance in broad quotes.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
said, shotgun wedding.
Yeah. So yeah, Ty, you can roll me a stealth check. And that, based on that stealth check, is going to determine how we end the session. Oh, look, the dragon's back. Carries off Ty.
Must snoop snort. Must snoop
Make me a
snoop.
stealth check.
You may.
What? Cunning is.
Stealth. Dexterity.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's an 11. So does it smell Ty? Well, we'll worry about that next time.
Well,
As you're all sitting down for the night, and we end with this final description. As you're all sitting down for the night, you get your tent set up, and then, floop, oh, there goes Ty. Oh, there goes Victor. Aw,
Look, the dragon obviously wanted her donkey.
well, that's something, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. We don't go very far into this, and we all are facing on the edge of collapse. Great.
Wait.
Rory limps home with her army of bodyguards and men at war.
Donkey cold.
Is this payback for the breath weapon attack I do you guys last session?
No, not at all.
At least all of you survived it barely.
I mean, to be entirely fair, no, it's not. But to be fair, yeah, the dragon is just carrying you off. You're like, wait, what the? Oh shit! You start running. There he goes. Well, there's Victor gone. Maybe.
Victor's down to the dragon. One's
Roll.
near death.
Well,
One's just.
No.
Right.
Let's be fair here. I need to roll damage to see if the dragon accidentally kills
Roll
Victor
to
when he
seduce
kidnaps
the
him.
dragon.
I mean, he's already done that.
You want a Shrek reference up in this thing, don't you?
Okay. Yep. Okay. So, if it drops Victor, Victor is dead. But I don't know. I think we'll save that for next time. Does it drop Victor, or do we do that now?
Let's just get it over with.
Okay.
Because it's better to know who needs to rebuild. Build now than wait and waste one.
You're fine, Victor. You basically just as you faint, and it's like, aw, it doesn't want to play. So Victor's body is basically just dragged through the camp.
Boy don't want to play. You can have him back.
So,
yeah, male doesn't want to play. It then just lets go, and there's now just an unconscious Victor in the middle of camp.
And replay that scene from Dogma, which I linked in the channel.
Again, it grabs him by the shoulders, dragged him through camp, breathing fire on him. And then when Victor didn't get up and breathe fire back, it's like, oh, doesn't want to play again. Okay.
Also, deadly Africanized water, relevant to Kalaesh.
Oh, yeah. So, do I successfully pull a bunch of things out of my body to regain some health?
I think that would kill you.
Yes, actually, they're arrows.
Well, I was unconscious. I'm unconscious, and I can't do anything about that. Oh, well.
Yep. And that's where we're in the session tonight. Boys and girls, we're all dead or dying.
I'm with my wife.
Well, I don't know what to...
the traumatized, fully healed healer who's just considering going home and retiring at this point.
I mean, you can't. You're a Grey Warden. You have Grey Warden visions.
Going home and retiring.
Can't. You got Grey Warden visions.
They'll
No,
go
maybe
away
I should.
eventually.
No, maybe I should go back to the Assassin's game. It's a lot safer than this.
Also, speaking of which, you're all now
Yay.
level 4.
Irrelevant for
Well,
me!
your new character
My
will be level
character's
4.
dead.
Don't worry, we're gonna make you
Ooh,
into a
Revenant.
zombie. Ah.
What the... what?
No,
We're
she's
just gonna
just our
inject some-
pet. She's just our pet blood darkspawn. That's all.
I'm still voting for making a new character. Because zombies are still mindless things in this, right? Hello?
Actually, are the undead a thing in... Right, yeah, they are. They are.
Yes.
I mean, yes,
they
they're-
are.
They're
Yeah, it just
possessed
took me a minute
corpses.
to remember them.
Verena gets reincarnated by a spirit creature
Ooh.
inhabiting her body. She's now a spirit warrior. But, her eyes burn with fire of arcane energy.
Oh yeah, I get a
Her
new
body
spell.
gets laced with lyrium, holding it together like little stitches of lyrium. Like
Yep.
Kakuzu from Naruto, except it's lyrium
And you
rather
can
than
suck
black
out
threads.
hearts to extend your life to near immortality.
I mean, it is immortality. He doesn't age, but it comes to the downfall. And if all the hearts are destroyed, then he has to start over. And they each have to be their own elemental type. So he can't double up. That's why he took Asuma's, because Asuma killed the wind heart. Or something like that. Because elemental theming was important.
Okay, so what exactly do I get at level 4? Ooh, a new weapon group and stunt bonus.
Well, yep. Yep, and everybody gets to increase a primary stat by 1.
I get to sit here and watch you all since my character's dead.
Primary 1, which do I want? I think I might up my... Oh, do I want to up my strength or con? I think I'll up my con.
I think I up my dexterity for now.
That makes your defense better. Kiri, what
My
is
strength
your
is
strength?
4 right now.
Make it
Alright,
5.
5 it is.
Because that increases your damage.
Let's see,
Yep.
it's
And your
cunning
attack
or
accuracy.
willpower for me, right?
Yep.
I mean, I guess it could be magic, but yeah, maybe not.
Get magic up to 7.
Well, I would do the 1/2 of getting magic up to 7.
Where's the thing?
Yep.
Put my weapon groups. I saw that a minute ago.
It's under weapon groups on the
I
first
think
page.
I'll just do cunning up to 4, or maybe willpower. I don't know. I've been
Is that
kind
on
of
the
ignoring
old
that.
one?
I don't know where it is on the new one.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see weapon groups.
I don't
There
know
we
which
go.
one we're looking at. Yep. And then once you get the chance, don't forget you all get a focus and a primary. So you can get another lore, or you can get some self-discipline, or maybe you'll pick up the specialization in the arcane lance. Fiori.
That would be under magic, right?
Yep. So you could be more accurate. You could know more things. And, well, Kiri should obviously take proficiency with his heavy blade,
Yep.
so he's even better with his sword.
I'm going to increase my my
Honestly, +6 is
for
already
single
pretty
weapon
good
that's
on
going
my
up
arcane
to
lance, though.
journeyman. Because that's where I wait. Yeah. Focus heavy weapons.
I could just take focus spirit as well.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah, add in focus, heavy blades, and
Focus.
strength.
Strength.
The one with
I know. It's just seeing
driver
where
and
it was
climbing.
on the focus page. Heavy weapons.
What are the lures?
You could get arcane finally.
I already have arcane.
Uh,
Arcane lore, that is.
brewing, cartography, so reading maps, cartography, cultural, historical, heraldry, nature, musical, military, poison, research, religious, and writing.
Let's see. Improving focuses. Blah blah blah.
Nature lore seems fitting to what's happened. And you said I got a what else?
The +1 to a stat, the 1 focus, and I don't
What
remember
was the
what
other thing
mages
I
get. I'll
get?
check.
Oh, I've already got that. I get a spell and a special thing
Okay,
for my arcane lance.
What?
Yeah, and that's it. Also, don't
I
forget
can
your
magic
D6
tap.
plus con for HP and your D6 plus magic for magic. Roll that HP. Nice.
Hey, that's good.
Now you're at 35 HP.